I'll do that later.
And I
Hey,
got
you
Joe
know how
Menage
long?
for this mine.
Yep, we're
Yep,
live, Witch. Hey,
instantly. 8
you
seconds
know
in.
how long, yep. You know how long it took me to finally decide to put my avatar into this stream, you know?
How long he's been waiting for
Yeah, because
this?
you don't do
Yeah,
that.
just do a Captain
Mhm.
America shield, man.
Hold on.
That's with full icon.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm a
Well,
busy man, Austin.
you need to find fine art. We need to get you a fan art where it's each part of every shield. That'd be your profile picture.
You know, for me, it's a Deadpool. It has to be a cross between Deadpool and America, man.
I was doing my teaching assistant duties. What was it? Yesterday.
Why are you outing yourself?
Listen, don't worry about it. And so I was doing that, and I was doing some work on the side. So I was watching the Bionicle movie on the side, so I could like get that out the way, not have to do it when I get home. Like
Mhm.
some kid saw it, and he was like, "Can I watch that?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was actually like really into it. I was like, "Oh, I don't think this is
Wow.
like dated," but he was like really into it. Like he was going
Hey,
along with the plot. He was
hey,
cheering what was happening. I was like, "Oh
retros are all the rage, man, you know?
my god, I guess so."
Hmm. I remember watching Three Stooges with my dad when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
So,
yeah.
yeah,
No, I'm just happy
yeah.
to know that it still has reach. I guess, but maybe that's the thing
Mhm.
with kids. They just like old stuff. I don't know.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
well, they haven't really developed really what they think is good or bad yet. They don't really become dated until you become a teenager. You're like, damn, man, it's kind of old. Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
as a
Or
kid,
unless you
this is a
see,
cartoon. This is another show. You get so much variety of that stuff.
Yeah.
or unless you see one of your favorite shows on Boomerang.
Mm.
Yeah, that thing
Yep.
hits harder. What's in a
Yep.
boomerang? I think like classic Scooby Doo is like, oh, goddamn it. Johnny Bravo's on here. I'm cooked.
Hmm.
I remember that
Mm. But
Now, I remember seeing a podcast with Dan Slott recently, right? And he was talking about how this one kid was going to be doing an essay paper on an old time show of his, and Dan's always thinking, okay, it's probably going to be Looney Tunes or something like that. And no, the kid was mentioning Ed and Eddie, Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken as old time shows. Like,
Yeah, that's
oh,
like,
okay,
well, to be fair, three of them I will say are 90s, but Eddie is like early 2000s. That's like close to 2010, really, by the
mm-hmm.
time it ended.
Well, yeah, it took them like what 5 years to finally release their
The
big
movie.
picture show. The five,
Yeah.
no, no. You know what was horrible about that? The fact that they released it to the globe internationally, but here in America, we had to wait for it. We had to wait years for it to be released. Like, what the heck was that? You know?
And a kid, I didn't know about none of that, so I was like, it was worth the wait. That shit was great. I love that movie. That's like one of the best that I ever seen. A lot of cartoons did
Yeah,
not get good for that one.
I know, right? Yeah, it was good. It was definitely good. As good of a closure as you're going to get, you know.
Basically, we saw Eddie's
Mhm.
brother, the longest mystery in the show, and he turned out to be an asshole, despite everything Eddie said. I thought that was great.
Yep.
And the
And
whole cul-de-sac come together to fight him was great too.
yep. And we got to see May's what was beneath May's hair from the Canker sisters.
We see
We
that
decided.
multiple times, bro. They know. We see that multiple times throughout the
Now
show. I was
we
so mad when they did that. Because there have been both times you see under her head and she has a normal forehead. I don't know why she randomly has a third eye in this movie. I hated it, bro. I went to school and that was all
Hey,
people were talking about. Like, bro, I promise you she had a regular head. Like
you
10
see,
episodes ago.
you see, this was an era before screenshots were a thing, so I could definitely tell the animators were like, okay, this is how we're going to get repeat viewing. We're going to have somebody watch this repeatedly until they pause at the right moment to see it. You know. Hmm.
Hmm.
It's like Wizard Kelly's big face reveal from Proud Family in their final movie, you know? When can you miss it? But
That's what they did with Tom and Jerry. When you finally saw the black woman's face, it was one time she was running down the street. And you never saw the episode. You never knew what she looked like.
oh wow. I didn't even know about that. Well, All good.
Yeah, I guess let's start.
Okay, but anyway, we got all the yaddly out of the way, so all right, let's get started. Book
Because you
the
guys
comic.
wanted to talk about Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, a little too off topic right there. But anyway, let's get started. Welcome to Comic Fanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415. All I have is grape juice right now, so move on.
Hi, it's Jake Tylenol here. I have finally left the island of Montanui. This is a status update. We're gone. We're done. It's over.
Finally. Yeah, sorry
Finally.
guys. I had to keep him there for a while.
Yes. Next week you'll see where I am. But for now, I left. So, there you go.
Gotcha.
Breaking Wall, I guess. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Returning after a while, I guess. Austin. I don't know. I could go with. I was not prepared.
Return of the Brick
Return of Bricky
Crusader.
Wall.
Legendary
Okay.
return.
Sure. Anyways, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim. Pronouns they, he as normal. And I am on a Wiccan protest right now, and you will understand why soon. And do not try to educate me on Billy Kaplan Altman, also known as Wiccan, also known as the Demiurge. Is not going to end well for you, bestie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and together we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. And today, on this Monday, we will be talking about some very cool news and some reviews too. We'll be, as you can see on our thumbnail, we'll be talking about Penguin, Agatha. We'll even be revisiting Transformers again, now that more of us have seen it. And also, we'll be talking about the Thunderbolts trailer. But stay tuned. We also have more in store after those. So, I do want to give a heads up. Transformers 1 will be a spoiler review. Spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie,
Run away!
If you haven't seen the movie, we have an episode up on
I'll
our
be a
live
coward.
that just says
Watch
Transformers
this.
spoiler review. And that is where you will see our non-spoiler review. So there you go. But yeah. Oh, we also have socials. That's right. Which?
Yeah.
We have socials?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm totally not talking to my Vil plush right now, but Vil, we have socials. Did you know about that?
Mm-hmm.
He says yes, by the way. So I'm actually going to tell you because he can't speak. So you can subscribe here onto the YouTube channel for some cool videos and some cool reviews like Aquaman. Just kidding. I don't care about Aquaman enough. You don't have to watch it. I don't care. But do watch my Glorious Masquerade video because that was a lot of fun with my friend. Anyways, besides the point. You can also follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69. Remember, there's a PH, not an F. Remember that. Okay? Cool. If you just want to follow me and you don't care about the other guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U because that has not changed and I'm too lazy to change it. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. Like I said, I do post things sometimes on there. If you want to follow me on Tumblr and just see me reblog a whole bunch of North Star and also Castlevania stuff, you can follow me there at North Star Aria. I do post things sometimes on there. If you want to find Jake, he's currently chilling. I don't remember where I put him last. Same with Cryptid. I don't remember where I put them, but I put them somewhere. And if you want to try to find Austin, he is a brick wall. And also, if you're going to be in Minneapolis this week, I will be there at the Uncanny Experience this weekend. Yay! So I don't know, come bother me, I guess. No, I won't be making a video about it.
I did draw arms.
This is the closest I'm gonna get to Canada.
Blue eyes on random brick walls. But technically,
bright blue eyes. Yeah, bright blue eyes. Hot pink blush, like Moodang, like that baby pygmy hippo, and a brick wall. Sometimes painted over, most of the time no.
If you don't see the blush, it's not Austin.
Okay? It's not Austin. If you don't see that hot pink blush, it's not Austin.
It's not.
Yeah, that's a scroll.
Yes, but as Wish alluded to before, we have a playlist of movie reviews. Transformers 1 will not be in it because it's attached to our main episodes. But
Aquaman.
Listen, our favorite movie of all time. And if you don't believe us, go watch the episode. We will
Yeah.
detail tell you why.
I
It,
don't think I was there, honestly. I just
it,
make the joke because we
it,
have
wa-
that joke going on.
it
Right.
it
Whatever.
was
I was
so
there.
great that the
Look at
audio
them too.
and it was so great, audience, that the audio couldn't contain Jake's excitement over that, and he kept
Like,
breaking out.
I
You
was such
know?
a big Aquaman fan. But yes, we have Aquaman. We've talked about Dragon Prince. We talked about some Disney movies in the past, all this other stuff. So Deadpool and Wolverine as well, more recently.
Yeah,
So go check that out. Our
don't get
opinions
me
are
started.
usually timeless because I don't think we usually change our feelings about a movie that much
Mhm.
over time. But yeah. So
No, but I have one thing to say
If
about
I
my review of the Twisted Wonderland Glorious Masquerade event. It was awesome. Give it back. Also, we are getting a Twisted Wonderland Nightmare Before Christmas crossover. I know that's not a topic, but I feel like I should have brought that up because I know all the
Yeah.
Twisted fans are gonna come into my comment section and gonna be like, "Are you gonna talk about Gojo Jack Skellington?" No, but I'm gonna bring it up now so you guys won't know me later.
Yep.
Yay! Don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
I'll let you know when we get information.
but without further ado, I guess we should get into the topics, right? Right.
Gotcha. And I'm going to be starting us off with the first topic. Hold on a sec.
I am out for the next few. I'm out for the next few topics because I am
Gotcha.
on height. Didn't watch any of these.
Okay, gotcha,
that
Wish. So, anyway, you missed out on something good because we're talking about Penguin, episode number 1 that came out this week.
Or
Now,
the,
for any
or the Oz Cobb show, as it's called.
the Oscar, yeah, they wanted to act a little bit more professional in here. Let's put it that way, audience, because apparently Cobblepot is not a serious enough last name. Well,
you just don't have
go
to
figure.
call him that. Like, you just
Yeah.
don't say his name.
Oh,
They
Which
call
is
him
weird.
Penguin anyway.
Which is weird because
yeah.
I get because I didn't even realize. Apparently, they changed Riddler's name, and I guess I never paid attention to it. But his name was changed in this universe to Edward. What was it, Nathan or something like that?
Oh no, no. Well, DC already did that.
Okay,
Uh, that was the article was saying. DC already made that change in comics to a degree.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah,
But this was the one they physically did.
yeah. Oz
Mhm.
Cobb. Well, I don't mind the grounded take for this universe, especially because again we're getting James Gunn on the way. I
Mhm.
don't understand this one as much, mainly because like Cobblepot's like that sounds like a name. That's not like
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like
Why?
I don't even see it as a pun, really. I don't get it. But
It's literally
Especially
just a
when
name. I'd be fine if it didn't choose Cobb. Why do you think that's a better last name?
it sounds weird.
especially since he's eventually
Oswald
going
Cobb?
Yeah.
es- especially since they're going to have to, eventually going to have to take up his mantle as the Penguin,
Yeah,
So
he's gonna be calling himself an animal thinking man soon. Like, what's the point of that?
I know, right?
I don't
But
think it's egregious. It just feels strange.
right,
Yeah.
it feels like
Um.
what's crazy. Cobb feels like a fake name when you put it in last. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
Like
oh
it's
no. Another thing they could probably be working up towards, because you guys gotta remember, like in certain adaptions, Oswald comes from nobility, the Cobblepots. So it could be a twist if they go on and say like, Ozzy, who's very to the streets and this and that. He comes out and find out like, oh wait, you mean my family's actually from nobility and royalty? Oh, okay, nice. Like,
yeah. Um. But yeah. I think as far as the show goes, I think it's a pretty good show.
hmm I was really surprised at this because the audience, like, for any of you longtime listeners, I'm a big Penguin fan. He's my favorite Batman villain. So when it came to this
loser.
show, hey, he's that thumbtack in the chair, man. No matter how strong you are, that is an annoying little stab right there. That's what I love about him. But when it came to this adaptation of Penguin, like, I recall a lot of this was just about me trying to remember, okay, what happened in the events of the Batman movie again? Because Penguin played not as big of a role as you would think, really. I mean, if anything, he should have just blended in as one of those random gangsters. But again, there was only so much screen time you could put on a movie length, especially since it was talking about like Batman, his origins, and Catwoman. What was that other mafia name? Uh,
Falcone.
that Falcone, yeah, this and that, the mystery behind the Riddler. Yeah, there was a lot going on, so I can understand why they had to cut a lot of Penguin scenes off. So that's why I was a little confused when I heard, oh, they're gonna give him a show. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know what to expect, but watching this, like, it definitely has a Sopranos feel to it. I mean, I was kind of half expecting, okay, when's Joe Pesci gonna come out on this show at this point, you know? 'Cause that's kind of what I felt like was happening. Hey, wouldn't that be a twist? Bring in Joe Pesci to voice Scarface for the ventriloquist, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah. Um,
But no, seriously.
Uh,
I like this show. I like this show. But I wasn't expecting that. After watching the first episode, I was like, "Oh, can I watch the show? Can I watch this episode again?" But I just didn't have time, you know. So,
I think as
grab the
far as
lint with you real quick.
yeah,
oh, okay, go hold.
as
Yep.
far as
Okay. I think I'm back in.
as
You're
far
in.
as
You're
the
in.
I got
show
booted. I'm gonna go
itself
on mute though.
goes,
Bye.
Okay.
um, as far as the show itself goes, I think that like I said, I think it really fits. It does fit the Batman tone. This is definitely in the same universe. Also, I do like how this kind of fits into the opening monologue of the Batman, where Batman pretty much says like, "I can't be everywhere at once. I just have to give
Yeah.
the illusion that I'm everywhere at once." So I have to pick my targets carefully and pick what's most important.
but but that's going to be kind of a bit of a hiccup when this reaches its ultimate finale because Penguin's pretty much setting up a gang war between rival crime families. So you're going to have to ask yourself, how is Batman not going to interfere in this? You know?
Well,
Yeah,
because to be fair, this is supposed to be. My understanding it was supposed to be a prequel, right?
no, this is
No, this is
this is after the events of the first movie.
yeah. They're
Oh, okay.
literally referencing the flood that happened in the finale of the Batman movie. You know?
If it
I guess
happens,
here there's a rise of Penguin. I just thought it was okay. I understand.
well,
I didn't really watch the show, so
yeah,
that's a
a
yeah.
couple things. If it happens in the daytime, that already gives an excuse. Secondly, I mean, Batman could just be dealing with something
Hey,
that's
hey,
just like,
hey, yo, what the you can't
Come
say that.
on.
If
well, it
that's in the
is.
daytime, then he's already pretty much free of Batman. I'm just
Right,
saying.
right. It's true. It's true. I mean, a lot of the
Yeah, but the movie is with Batman learning he needs to do stuff in the daytime, like
right, right.
tell
But that's
people
what
what he needs
Bruce
to be seen
Wayne is.
more.
That's
No,
what Bruce
no.
Wayne is for. Okay,
Yep.
Bruce Wayne is the day night. Batman's the
Hmm.
dark. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
Not
but
anymore.
well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't even know what Batman's doing right now. But the point
Yeah.
is, I do like how
They're never children.
they do keep things small for now. Um, so like and I do like I did notice that too. A lot of the things he was doing was in the daytime. Like there was like he was trying to hide the body and everything. He was doing that during the day, and I could imagine it was just like just to get off of Batman's radar. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Okay,
I mean,
so to get the audience up to date in the beginning of this, right? After Falcone died in the first movie, so there's a power vacuum. So everybody's looking towards Falcone's son to take up the mantle or to take up the reign that his father had. And what does Penguin do? He shoots him the first 5 minutes.
yeah. What? Yeah, and so the plot is basically him having to cover up try to cover up as best as possible
Yeah,
this assassination, I guess, this
yeah.
impromptu assassination.
It was just because the kid made fun of Penguin, and in a bit of emotional rage, Penguin shoots the
I
kid.
love that scene too because Pig was like, "Where the fuck did this come from?" Like, he's like, what are you talking about? Why are you
Oh
insulting
man!
me?
And this was after Penguin was talking about how crap this kid's idea of because he was trying to introduce this new drug, wasn't he? That kid.
Yeah, he was trying to. He said like, so this was like he's Falcone's son,
So,
basically,
mhm.
and he is trying to, and so he goes to Penguin, and he's trying to like make sure he's loyal and all this, and then he's telling him like, Penguin's asking him what his plan is. He lays out this whole thought out like way of doing things.
Mhm.
I think it was more like, listen, I don't really care, as long as like you let me in on it, all right? Just
Yeah.
but yeah, then it just evolves into like him just like shitting on like Cobb, I guess.
Yeah.
Shitting on Oswald for like a good like 2 minutes. And you can see this, the way it happens is so bizarre. It's like they're having a normal conversation. They're just friends, and they just snaps on them. And people's like, "Who are you talking to? Why are you talking to me like this?" But yeah, pretty much. And so, like I said, then we basically we're being introduced to the kind of the criminal elements of Gotham. Like in the Batman, we really focused on like how the crime affects the city, but we never really got to see the inner workings of the criminal underworld, just kind of like the end result of what they were doing. So yeah, we get to see the Falcone family, more of the Falcone family and all that in the show. And I think the politics in it is really good, really interesting stuff. But yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. Let's see. What are moments in this show to talk about? One moment I like of Oz, right, was when he was given the news that like the Branch family they wanted to kind of cut off his like little supply area. They're like saying it was too risky, this and that, and Oswald, decided to take that Falcone's son's idea as his own. I have this new idea that's going to revolutionize our way of business, and you son of a gun, man. That was cool. Another thing I liked, I don't know if they added this from the Gotham TV show, but Oswald had a busted foot audience. I don't know if that was an injury he received when Batman was tailing him in the movie, but man, when he finally takes his socks off, his foot is disgusting. Like, God.
I never thought. Did he hobble in the first movie? I don't remember. Was he?
I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't get a lot of walking scenes.
Well, I don't remember any hobbling because if I did see hobbling, I would have referenced what happened in Gotham because
he did
the
after Batman let him go after slamming him to the wall.
Okay. So yeah, that was an injury that happened afterwards. So okay.
No, he was already injured. I'm saying he was already walking funny.
Oh, okay.
I assume.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I guess we didn't see him walk before the car crash. To be fair, yeah, I guess it could happen.
So we're trying to really pin down. Like, was it a result of the car accident, or was it before that?
I still think it was afterwards because you guys know how much I love the portrayal of Penguin from the Gotham TV show, and they explained how that version of Penguin was wobbling. Like he was discovered to be a snitch, so Fish Mooney breaks his leg. That's how he got the whole wobbling thing like a penguin. So I would have mentioned that when we were talking about Gotham if this version of Ozzy was going to be wobbling like a penguin, So yeah. But dang, seeing his foot audience, like, dude, his toes were like, his toes were like pointing at all sorts of different directions,
Yeah. Yeah, it was really gross. You know what else? I think I appreciate Gotham's look in this show.
It seems like the same streets,
Yeah, but it's also they show the effects of the flood. I remember just watching.
Oh
yeah. There's like a scene where he's driving, and you kind of see the city, just like it's a normal view of like driving in the city, but you see the effects the flood has had on the city and the wear and tear it's left behind. Which I also think made Penguin's car look even dumber out of the open. They call that out later.
Why would you be driving in the streets with like a fancy car,
Hold on. According to the writers of the show, he was born with his club foot.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. There you
we
go.
established in the first episode that he's a club foot, but in my mind and all the writers, as of this point, his mother wouldn't have a lot of money and decided that the difference in him would make him stronger and that he didn't need to change the aspect of himself in that regard. And that's why they did that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So the reason might change any universe later, but that's the main reason right now.
Okay. There's that. I mean, there's like a lot of attention to detail when it came to the physical aspects of Penguin in this. I mean, I'm surprised that Colin Farrell went as far as he did into the transformation here, because there comes a point where he is stripped down naked tied up to a chair for interrogation, and it doesn't take much imagination to think that Oswald is disgusting when you take all his clothes off. He's fat. He's hairy. He has a busted, disgusting looking foot. Scars on his face, this and that, and they were about to cut off his arm. You know,
Yeah.
so there's that.
That reminds me. We also have the new villain, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, the lady, the crazy lady.
Sophia Falcone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Another secret relative. She's coming here fresh out of Arkham, audience. No big deal, right? I'm sure she got the help she needed from that facility, right? But
Yeah,
not
and Gotham's Asylum. I'm sure she got the help she needed.
Oh man, she comes out. She's just really looking. She's just really asking, "Where's my brother?" Yeah, Oswald. Where's my brother?
I love how she
Oh
sees
my god.
Oswald. Like everyone in the room thinks like nothing of him, but she's
Mhm.
like the only one who's like, no, I know like you were responsible for something. I know you did something. I don't know
Yeah,
what, but you did something.
yeah.
I think the
I
scenes.
like.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I think the scenes with her were well done and really tense. Like I said, she's a character that we've seen before, but the way that
Mhm.
she and Oswald clash, I think really works well for the series. Like you really feel like if she catches him slipping, it is over. It's over for her for him. So
Mhm.
yeah, I really appreciated that dynamic.
Gotcha. Let's see. What else in the show? Oh, what did you think of the new sidekick,
Uh,
Victor?
the evil Jason Todd. Um, uh,
Oh wow.
I do like how like Penguin has to
Yeah.
tries to scare him into being loyal, but also clearly like values him being there.
Yep.
Um, I think
Yeah, Ozzy, bit of word of advice, man. When you took out his driver's license and told him, "Yeah, I own you now, kid." Yeah, not wouldn't be mentioning that, yeah, in front of the public, So,
he wasn't in the
Well, he
public;
has
he was in
to
a
because
jungle.
the series has to end why them betraying them and
mhm.
or Oz
Oh,
killing them.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, yeah, now I just got my memory jogged. There's one moment I want to talk about. I found it so hilarious that Oswald gives the kid a cigarette, right, and has him smoke. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, dude, Colin Farrell was fighting with the studio to have his version of Penguin smoke, but apparently it's this ongoing thing where studios do not want to portray Penguin smoking,
Well,
apparently.
that's why. But that's not Cobblepot. This is Oswald Cobb.
Yeah,
See,
I guess, but still, it's just so funny that, okay, so you're allowing, what, he's 17 years old, this kid? He's on the teenager side, I would think, So Oswald's literally having a kid smoke, but Oswald himself cannot smoke. He's disgusting in every other manner, but wow,
Well,
really,
he doesn't
studio?
because it's because Penguin doesn't really smoke cigarettes. He smokes like a
Mm-hmm.
pipe.
but oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say
But
'cause I
Colin
think
wanted him to smoke cigarettes, like a chain smoker type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
I
he asked for the
guess.
pipe. I think that would be fine.
No, I can't imagine this version of Penguin having a pipe, having that little stick thing.
yeah,
He's a pure Cuban cigar sort of guy. That's what I would think he would do.
yeah. But I guess to wrap up, like I said, the show is if you like the Batman, if you like the tone of the Batman, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a chance you'll like this, just know when you're getting into it, you're not getting to a superhero show. There's not really a lot of high action in this show, so like it's strictly a crime drama, um, basically. So at least for now,
Yeah.
don't expect anything crazy in the superhero regard.
You're
But
you're
when you're
not
watching
you're
this
not
show,
going to have you're
what?
not going to have to watch anything else to build your knowledge on this show. I think it self explains itself.
Yeah, but if you liked Penguin in that movie, he's still a great actor here. If you want a villain story that's just about a villain fighting other villains, I guess. Uh, we got one for
Go
you
watch
here.
Tony.
Yeah, there you go. Go watch that one too.
Mhm.
But there are two things I want to say. I didn't like the Jason Todd comparison thing because
Mhm.
now you Batman got his own thing, so it felt weird to start off with Penguin doing something similar, and then leave
Mhm.
to the next one where Batman does it. That's not literally a problem with the show. It don't really affect the show at all. I just thought
Yeah.
it was a weird choice. And second, there's a there's another thing that just lost my brain for a second. But how many episodes did the show gonna have? Do y'all remember?
I thought it was 8 or
Yeah,
something, you
that's
know?
what I heard.
You thought it was 8 because I was hearing like 10.
Yeah,
Mhm.
might be a bit long. I don't know.
Okay. Well, good for it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say 8 episodes crime drama. I don't think that'll be terrible. I think it'd be great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you know what? I'll get into it on the next on the mid-season review if I feel the same way. But outside of that, I think we're done with this topic.
Gotcha. All right then. I'm definitely gonna be happily tuning into this show, audience. All right. With that, let's move on to the next one.
Yes, my turn.
Go ahead, man.
Transformers 1 review. Me and Crypt did Transformers 1 review. And Jake already gave his.
We are doing. By the way, this is spoilers. Okay, we already did a spoiler-free one. Okay, so
Yep, yep. And
spoilers.
audience, I put my job on the line because of Jake's review, to be
That's
honest.
right.
Yep.
So I have to ask: are you still working?
Yes, I'm still Well, keep this in mind, Jake. I not only did my boss come in, but he brought his kids too. So,
This is a performance evaluation on you on your set.
so I had a lot riding on my line because of you. And hey, you dodged the bullet, Jake. He liked it. His kids liked it. They all loved it. So
I like to think that was like a scene from The Penguin. Like you had the mob boss watch it.
That's true. That's true. Audience, my boss is really into Transformers, and when he saw that first trailer, like, keep in mind, it was Austin who put me in this predicament because he sent a link at the exact
That
time
was
me and
not
my
me.
boss.
That was Jake.
He put,
I'll say all.
oh, okay, Austin. But anyway, he put like the link to the trailer at the exact moment me and my boss were arriving at a job, and I'm like, "Oh wow, the Transformers trailer, dude! We gotta watch this together, man. Our first watch together." We watched the trailer, and he got pissed at the comedic, stupid tone it looked like this movie was gonna go for. So, hey, if there was ever a movie that emphasizes more than meets the eye, it's Transformers 1. You know?
Yeah. I just want to say, fire that marketing team. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, you know?
I don't know, because they did good the second, the rest of the trailers. Just that first trailer was bad.
Yeah, they had to fix it. Yeah, of course. Uh,
But I think the first impression. No, there's nowhere to say till the dust settles. I think that first impression really hurt the film. I know there's a lot of
mhm.
negativity around the film. I know for Transformers fans, they turned around by the second film. But I don't know about the general audience. And I do suspect that the reason that there were so many early viewings for this movie was because the first trailer did a lot of damage. Um,
Wow.
but I could be wrong. It's just like I've never seen like ever since that trailer, like I think a month after, every other week I would hear someone like say, "Oh, I saw the movie early. Oh, I saw the movie early. Oh, I saw the movie early," uh,
Hmm.
which I've never seen for a movie before. Usually, you just hear it once, and then when the movie comes out. So I don't know. I think that trailer did. I suspect that trailer did a lot of damage. But let's not
Yeah.
get from there. What did you guys think of the movie?
It was great. I was surprised, like, when you see how lighthearted it was between Megatron and Optimus. And look, I'm going to refer to them as that because there's no way I can remember what Orion, Pax, and
D16.
D,
D16. Yeah, I can't remember the original names of those two. They're just too iconic with their status quo names. But anyway, like, yeah, there were definitely it was definitely those two against the world. You never could imagine these two ever being on opposite ends of the teams, let alone having a bloodlusted feud against each other. But man, this story, it actually makes it make sense by the end, you know? Damn. Austin, what were your views?
I kind of disagree.
Okay.
I think it's a great film, but I think Megatron. Like, what was the best way to say this? When
Mhm.
Megatron's turn, because we were talking about spoilers anyway.
Yeah.
So you see him go from accidentally killing Orion to me just like close your heart to it, like some God of War type shit. And he immediately just goes full
Yeah.
dictator on it, and it's like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think if that was done a little bit better, I think I'll fully agree with you. But
Uh-huh.
as he says there, and in a scene in the post credit scene where Jake and me debated about, where he like we were the scenes and I was Decepticons or some shit. I was like, I don't think this works as tightly as they wanted it to.
Uh-huh.
So, but
I
I think
didn't.
Orion's storyline all the way through was good,
I
like
didn't.
perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't say anything during the regular review because I didn't think it was fair because Austin hadn't like seen the full thing or at the time. But
Yeah.
like, or no, Austin didn't have his piece at the time, so I wanted him here. But like, at the end of the movie, Megatron lays out like the reason they're called the Decepticons, and like if you stretch it, I get it, but it's like he basically says we were deceived. The people of Icon have deceived us. We are victims of deception. We will be the Decepticons, and I'm like, huh? That doesn't make any sense. The
which,
word,
Yeah,
which
I
is
still
so
argue that it makes sense. Like you said, we were deceived, and he's taking the word for himself. I think that's fine.
yeah.
I don't think it's good.
Which is so ironic because the people who ends up going with Megatron's side aren't even the people from their city. It was literally the faction that was outside the city that sided with
No, that was the
Megatron. You
Iron
know?
Guard who got lied,
yeah, they
betrayed, and
got.
deceived by Sinnoh Prime. Yeah,
I felt
Oh,
like
okay.
I just felt like by his logic, I felt like the Autobots would be the Decepticons because they
Hmm.
are the ones who did the deceiving. They are the cons. They're the ones. They're the con artists, the
Hmm.
deceivers. They're the Decepticons. That's
no,
some
well,
shit.
Hmm.
if you like that, then he'll have to somehow try to sell that name. Like nobody buy that shit.
Right.
So you
well,
run
no,
away like a bitch.
well, no, because in so I'm gonna get a little bit nerdy real quick. And Transformers animated, I don't remember what it said, but it's heavily implied that like the name Decepticon is something the Autobots gave them, and so the Decepticons just embraced it. Because they're criminals, basically. They were. That's what the word. That's what they say. Like, you dirty con, or something like that. Like that's what the word has traditionally meant. Or even in Prime, where it was like they call themselves Decepticons, but it just means because by any means necessary, we will get the job done through politics, through fighting, whatever it means. We will do it, even if we have to be the masters of deception. That's kind of where it
But
went. That's
it's still going to end up being that. It's just the start of the name.
right, right. But yeah, like I
Like
said,
they're not going to be good guys with the name, chilling out, trying to take Icon back for the people. They're still going to do
Hmm.
fucked up shit
right.
stuff
If they
as the
want
thing
to,
goes on.
yeah. Like I said, I think the name. I think it would have been better if they got the name later. I think if they just got it like when they started doing that shit. I think that's where I'm kind of am with it. Like when they did the deceiving. I think I would have fine. But
Yeah.
I know there's an argument for like why it makes sense. So it is what it
Yeah.
is. Um.
To be fair, I don't argue it makes sense. I'm arguing it's okay.
Oh.
It's not the best logic, but it's
Yeah.
some there. I can see why they made this dumb choices all the time.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look at Megatron, right? When he got that symbol of his prime branded onto him, hey, he owned that brand, afterwards.
I did like that. Sam. I did like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like all the importance on Megatron is when he only gets like one scene and he just is deaf. Like, why do you like this guy?
Yeah. For
Well,
those.
because he was the biggest.
Yeah. For those who
Okay,
are in the lore that I'm familiar with, which is like which I think Megatronus was introduced. I could be wrong. I think he was introduced because of the movies. So if you remember
Hmm.
Transformers 2, Revenge of the Fallen, they said that the Fallen's original name was Megatronus, and that name became Megatron's name because Megatron idolized Megatronus.
Yep.
Basically, that's why he has the name.
Okay. accordingly, at least from what I remember, they said like Megatronus was the biggest and strongest out of the primes. At
Yes.
least.
Yeah, that's all they say, and it's like,
Mhm.
okay, is that
Yes.
it?
Mhm.
Did you see him fight or something? No. You say
There
he's the
were there were
biggest,
probably
strongest. Well, say something
there were
about him.
probably legends. There were probably legends and stories of him. You know.
They're
I
iconic.
know, but it's weird to play like this less story. But it's like it's weird because Megatron in this movie, and by his own word, he was already a slave when he was made.
Yeah.
So that
Mhm.
means the prize of them died a good while back. And Starscream and the Resistance has been around for a long time.
Mhm.
But the movie doesn't feel that way when they find him. If that makes sense.
Right.
It's for Sentinel to sell the deception, deceiver. To sell the deception, he has to. Everyone loves the primes, so even before Megatron's alive, they have to. He has to still hype them up as he would. Like, he probably came back to the city. He was like, "Oh, guys, the primes have all died, but they died valiantly. They died as heroes. I tried to help them, but I couldn't. I was the last one
I have to hype
standing."
myself up. I survived. I saved them.
So, I imagine just like hearing the tales that were passed down that got to Megatron, and he was like, "Oh, that's great." But I will say something. I alluded to this in my review. I wanted to say it here. To a degree, I agree with Austin, but not at the point with Optimus where he kills him. I just think that while I love D16's story, I think there's a bit of a skip. There's some skips that they do to get him
Mhm.
where he needs to get, where it feels like he feels like he gets there a little too quickly. You know what I mean?
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's That's all I'm saying. I used the point where he killed Optimus just because the right after that when he's like start me mugging the camera. That's all I used to.
I think that the only part I disagree is like when. I think that's the only part we disagree with. I think it's a roughly I think it's around the time he starts like he kills like his first Decepticon. Well, no, it's Viacon. They're the Viacons, which I'm glad they brought them back.
That was racism.
Yeah. He kills a Viacon, and then he starts like getting giddy about it. And then he starts snapping at Optimus, and like I guess these things make sense, but it feels like there was like a couple of things that needed to like just a couple lines of dialogue before we got here, like a little glide would have been nice.
Corruption. It was a
Yeah, I
corruption of
don't agree with that
power,
one.
man.
Yeah,
Like
I feel
remember,
like
It wasn't. I wouldn't even say it's that because it's right after he just found out the truth about everything. I think he's allowed to revel in that moment, glory and stuff. His first kill, his first symbol to any power. After finding everything you knew was a lie. I think that's fine.
he is. I just feel like I don't know. Like I said, it's something that I don't. It's not easy for me to explain because I don't quite know how to explain it. It's just like it seems like it felt okay. Here, I think this is how I said it in the review. It felt like he had a glitch. Like I don't know if I know what it felt like. It felt like once he found out his world was lied to, it felt like he was glitching. It was less like he did believe he was betrayed, but it felt like there was a glitch that was making him so aggressive.
It wasn't just the fact that
That was
he.
anger or dust to people.
It wasn't. To be quite frank, it wasn't just the fact that it was a lie that he realized. It was the fact that this Sentinel Prime
Guy stole from.
did the equivalent of handicapping the rest of their people. You know.
Yeah, and I agree with
Like,
all these things. It just like I don't know. It felt like I get the reason. I think it makes sense. I 100% back it up, and that's why I even said he's my favorite character in the movie. I just felt like there were some moments where it was like I felt like more like his programming than less like a natural response. I don't really know how to quite put it into proper words.
That's more how I felt about Optimus.
Like Optimus as the character, or just how he treated Optimus.
Anytime Megatron immediately started freaking out and shit, he looked shocked and was scared and just didn't say shit until like literally the last one possible.
Yeah,
but he didn't try to address it. He didn't try to help his friend or try to go understand until like after the Decepticon situation, after the Starscream situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to deal with like that situation. Like, what am I seeing my friend?
Yeah, but
I don't even recognize.
No,
this guy
but
anymore.
every time someone talks about Optimus or Ryan, it's sort of like, bro, whatever you do, you inspire people. You're good at talking, good at doing speeches. Try to talk to the dude before he goes too far. Yeah, but it felt like he didn't try until after he already almost blew Starscream's head off.
I understand. I think because it was even brought up to him. Alita was like, "Hey, you might want to like talk to your boy because he's like freaking out." I think the situation is more like I think he blames himself for this, and at some point, like he just doesn't know how to talk to him anymore because he's
Mhm.
kind of used to like at the very beginning of the movie. I think he's just used to just like D16 has never been like this with him.
Yeah.
And he does try. There is the scene where they're walking together.
Yeah, but if you go by what they said, they only met each other today.
They didn't meet each other that day.
Nah.
That's what my implication from it.
No.
When he first helped them, it doesn't feel like they knew each other the whole time they were slaves.
No, because he has a flashback of when they actually first met, and that was like,
yep.
And he even says, "You told me this story about Megatronus before." As if
they've gone to Avengers before, because like remember even D16 mentions, that Orion did try to transform without a spark, and he had to help him break out of that for a while. It took a while for them to put him back together or unfold him, whatever.
Yeah,
no.
But Orion does try. There is that one scene where they're after the first kill, and I think he tries to talk to them, and he just gets. They're having a conversation. I think
he starts talking, and then Megatron wraps his arms around him and starts laughing and cheering and shit.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But he doesn't laugh and pursue the conversation. That's exactly the situation I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I think it's just an example of like I don't know how to help you because of the situation. I think again he blames himself, and he also knows that D16's on edge. I think he just knows what to say. I would like in the sequel that got addressed that it was like I should have tried harder. Like I really wish I could I should have just like actually forced him down and just talked to him about this. I think that is an honest mistake on the character. But I don't think it's a writing mistake, if that makes sense. I think it's a valid, like, if you were to look at Orion and say, like, hey, man, like, you fucked up here, I think that's a valid thing to say.
The reason I say it is in the sense of, if you think Megatron's thing is a natural, you think it's a glitch, I feel like the character who do it most should also see it that way. You feel like that?
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit more concerning. I probably would have immediately said something. Me personally. But whatever. We'll move on for that portion.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Like I said, I've already did my talk, so I'm just going by what you guys.
Can we deafen Bumblebee early, just for the hell of it? Because while he wasn't as bad as the trailer made him seem in this movie, there were times where he generally was annoying me, and I really am worried if Bumblebee is popular as tell to these kids in this movie, they will up his scenes and be up his talking.
I'm gonna tell you right now. In my theater, those kids were fucking dying. Everything he said, they were laughing so hard.
Like any mascot character in the animated films, where you go Cars, I can't remember the anime. Toy Story. When that stuff happens, they up those qualities because they found out kids respond well to that, and I'm very concerned. There's going to be like a Mater situation with Cars, the Cars 2, with Bumblebee.
Yeah. Well, to that I'll say, like, it was very clear, like, the people behind this movie, they were aware of the response that, again, what happened with the trailer, and they wanted the course correct. So I'm pretty sure they would be aware as to maybe we could tone it down a little bit on Bumblebee, given the reception he has. Because, like, I haven't been seeing anybody say, "Oh, I love this version of Bumblebee. This is great."
The kids have.
Yeah.
The kids, yes, but
who they're making a movie for and enjoying Bumblebee.
And to be fair, not just the kids. I remember I was in the theater and like he said something, like Bumblebee said something that just like didn't make me laugh at all. I heard an adult in the background while the kids laugh. He's like, "Man, I love Bumblebee."
God.
In fact, I see multiple adults say Bumblebee had their best scene, and it was when the train is getting attacked and he runs away first.
That was funny though.
Okay, I'll admit that was my chuckle of him, like when he did.
He made me chuckle. He made me chuckle 3 times. I was like,
and then afterwards, like the Voltron. Okay, that got boring after the first 3 times, man.
I think it only hit for me when he just went crazy in the room and like nearly killed a bunch of innocent people. And he was like, I think that was the only time that made me like, all right, but
yeah. Or when they all got captured by Starscream's crew and they had to shut Bumblebee's mouth up because he was talking even more when he was sleeping. Like,
yeah, no, I was genuinely annoyed at that point. I was genuinely not listening.
No, that also, yeah, I hated that joke. That joke was dumb. But it's not
Mhm.
the first time Bumblebee has had this characterization. In animated, he did, but it wasn't. He was played up as like he was a hot shot, and he just
Mhm.
was not good at shutting up at like the right times. Like when he was nervous, he would talk more.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he's not, criminally insane and trying to kill
Right,
anybody that moves
right, yeah,
with no repercussions or downfall.
right.
Mhm.
And so I think, like I said, I think to me that's my favorite version of Bumblebee, to be honest. Especially
Mhm.
because there was more to him. With him learning,
You
how to
don't
be
like
like.
dog, alien, pet, Bumblebee from the movie?
No, Jesus Christ. You know what? You know what? This is a better Bumblebee than that version.
Oh,
I look at this.
oh,
I'd rather
a,
have dog,
a,
pet any time of the week
a, a
than this
veteran
thing.
soldier, a veteran soldier with a head injury was treated like a pet in the future.
Yes,
Like,
that
let
is.
that sink in, audience.
But
Yeah.
but in animated, he went through this arc of like learning to be more honorable and stuff like this, and learning to be more responsible. As a teammate, I think those were like. I think that's why I like that Bumblebee more. I think this Bumblebee, if they don't do what Austin said, which there's always a risk they will. I think that I would like in the sequel to, when the war gets started, to start toning him down more, and so the Bumblebee we kind of see at the beginning of
Yeah.
the Bumblebee movie. I was
I don't know, make him insane though. I feel like a war and all this fucked up stuff about to happen would just affect him way worse than make him super chill like he was in Bumblebee.
Maybe. It depends on how they want to write it, but yeah, realistic. If we're going by realistic standards, yeah, probably. But I think depending on how they want to write it, maybe having to be in those situations would mature him more. I mean, but at the end of the day, he has to be Optimus's number one scout, so he has to be
Yeah.
good at something.
Yeah.
So I think
Scouting.
yeah,
That means you're good at being sent away from me. Good. Goodbye.
And then from that, he has to go to like being like a top ranking like soldier. So
Dog man.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, I if they don't listen to audiences that well, he should just mature naturally, just by the nature of this being a prequel to something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I guess you feel like that. It depends if they already have the vision of what this story is going to be
yeah.
of the
Mhm.
Bumblebee. And they already have the trilogy of these films, or how many going to be planned out, then we should have nothing to worry about. Well, if they're
Mhm.
taking it a movie per movie situation like they did with the live action films, because they don't know what movie's going to do well, what movie's going to flop, or anything like that, then
Mhm.
we should be okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But was there
But
anything else?
let's see. The
They've had
Final
the worst scene.
Battle.
The worst scene in this movie by far is Shockwave being a bitch. I was so bad. No. You don't understand. I understand. I understand they want to hype up Leader One. Leader One has never been like the greatest thing ever.
No.
Any other time where she is Shockwave and anyone else have ran into this situation, they usually get captured or anything else. There's never been a
Mhm.
time where Shockwave of all people gets pushed by Leader One and he bitches out. And he's genuinely scared of her.
There's never been a time
And it was
where
all
Oh,
Decepticons. We respect strength. And she hit me one
yeah.
time. I guess she's stronger than me. I was like, bro, fuck off. This is
I'm going to step out for a sec, so could just continue
this
on.
isn't even
All right.
this isn't even the scientist, bro. This just a guy. Who is this dude?
I think the only time Chaka has been betrayed as a bitch, I think, is in Energon and in no, that wasn't. No, he was a threat in Energon, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
that was they replaced him with Shockwave or some shit. And one
Yeah,
of them. And
yeah.
that guy had a bitch moment, but that was about it.
But then they had an animated, but he was it was a running gag and a serious plot about him being a Decepticon spy within the Autobot ranks. So he was kind of scared of his identity being revealed the whole time. But usually when
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
was there. He was still logical and all this other stuff. Here, it just felt like he was the guy.
yeah, when
So
he's
I don't know
like,
if they're gonna do that later in the war, or it's just gonna be what Shockwave is.
I
But I
was
think
kind
that's worrying in the first part of the film.
yeah, I kind of want to be like his prime counterpart because he was kind of a badass. He took on
Even
three.
the Earthspark one is great.
Yeah, and Prime he took on three of Optimus's best fighters by himself. Like they had to gang him up, and they still couldn't like really beat him. They just finished the mission and ran away. Um,
Yeah.
That's kind of what I expect with Shockwave, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, this supposed to be the scientists. Y'all just sitting here in the cave. Y'all don't got no science around. The Soundwave is well, usually the best lieutenant out of the six that usually are there.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of here.
Mhm.
They all just kind of watch Starscream get beat up. And Starscream was like, "Oh yeah, hit me, hit me!" And then while he's about to die, he starts crying and shit. I was like, "That's kind of weird." Don't have the hit me scene like he's hyping up, getting his ass whooped, off the bitch out when he's about to die. I understand that is part of his characterization, but I feel like he should have been bitched out a little bit further than that. Than before that, in my opinion.
I will say this, and I'll give the floor to Cryptic because I just want to hear more what he has to say. I forgot to bring this up. I felt like the Decepticons could have got a little more. I felt like all the main three we had. I think
the high guard, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. I think Shockwave should have had more like they didn't need. You didn't have to change the whole movie. Just have like Shockwave have a little more lines of like him talking like his normal self. Like it gives him a lot of characterization. He's the logical one, so he approaches every dialogue with like in a cold, calculated manner. Soundwave was himself. Nothing really to report here, but I do wish we got to see Starscream be a bit more jealous of Megatron. Like he's seeing this guy like just take his spot.
He just beat you up and take command and have all respect to everybody immediately. Something Starscream didn't really seem to fully have in his introduction.
Yeah, I wish. I just wish like when he was in the room, instead of started focusing more on D16 than him. I wish Starscream was like this fucking bitch. Like
I've been fighting you for years.
Right. I wish there was more of that, but that's the criticism I left out. But Cryptid, what did you want to add? Oh, is he here?
Anyway.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. Gotcha. So yeah, it sounds like a lot of the problems you guys have could have been solved, but maybe this was a TV series. You guys want to think? Like to flesh out.
Even in the movie, just change dialogue a little bit. Like you just change the scene slightly. It would have. I think it would have been fine. Because even subtle characterization is fine, but just have like you could have had just Starscream make a mean face about it when you started being disregarded for Megatron. Like you don't have to have like dialogue in all these scenes. They just animation choices, really. I guess we'll call it that. It doesn't make the movie work, but it would have improved with the classic traits these characters are so apparently supposed to pick up over the trilogy.
Yep.
But Crypto, you have anything you wanted to
add? No. I mean, well, it had a good final battle, man. Like just the epic moment of seeing both Megatron and Optimus embrace the upgrades to their status quo.
I disagree.
Oh wow! Okay, big shocker. Let's go ahead. Let's go, man. Let's go.
I thought it was great, but
okay.
But when they're trying to when Megatron's winning, and they have Optimus major leadership start glowing and stuff. I want you to know that glow was so slight. I didn't even know it was happening. Jake told me, "Look, watch out for when this happens, because stuff is going to turn up," and I just didn't realize it happened.
Which one again?
So he's talking about when Optimus.
When he's getting beat up by Megatron, and the major leadership his chest starts glowing. When I first saw him, I saw the movie twice now. I immediately did not notice it at all. And everyone's acting like it was supposed to be a big point in this fight. I honestly had no idea it happened.
He's talking about when the axe comes in.
Okay. Gotcha.
So from my point of view, I just thought the action stuff came out of nowhere. I was like, y'all, if you could have the major leadership activate, start glowing, it should have been super bright in my opinion. It should have blinded Megatron, for instance. When the axe came out.
Didn't the cannon on Megatron's arm just come out of nowhere?
That was because of the T-Con.
No. I don't mean the axe coming out. I mean the major leadership glowing to show that his powers are activating. I just wish in that scene I just wish to more impact that scene, it glowed brighter. Because I honestly had no idea that was what caused it for him to get an axe and stuff. I just thought he did it.
I know it's the G1 axe, and that's why they did it. But this being a prequel to the movies, if you want an example of this being last minute change, because he doesn't have an energy axe in the movie. He has a physical axe.
Hey, they have to save some stuff for the new model for the next movie so they can sell.
To be fair, if they're going to lead the Bumblebee all the time gonna be rocking a gun anyway. Why you getting the hand cannon? So
Because that's what we got the varsity.
so Optimus this timeline is gonna be. I had no transforming cog. I got one, got a handgun. Then again, I got a physical laser gun, and then I went back to my hand cannon and Rise of the Beast.
Mhm.
That's his story, his powers right now.
Mhm.
I'm sure for nostalgia's sake, I'll have the iconic blaster from before.
I don't want to have you get the arm cannon. Just use the arm cannon.
They'll think of something. I don't know.
I just wanted to pick a lane. That's all I have.
No, I agree. I agree. No, I agree.
God.
It's because we have two fans of the Transformers. We have the TV show fans, and now we have the Michael Bay fans who are just like they're not Star Wars prequel fans, man, but they do have a close attachment to this franchise, so they get acknowledged.
What I would did, I would have had to access any close range weapons come out the arm like you saw here, but the guns will have to be physical attachments given to them. So Megatron's cannon would have been attached to him by Shockwave on Cybertron and stuff like that. If it's certain stuff like this, I would have had Shockwave be the only person with an arm cannon because his arm is always a cannon.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a hand then over there.
Yeah, we're approaching our end time here, so any final thoughts, I guess?
Good movie.
No, this is going to get hacked that way.
No, see for yourself. You know, I haven't seen one person say they hated this movie, so yeah, give it a try.
Yeah,
no, it's a good film.
Yeah, this is the power of marketing. Fix it.
Mhm.
Better.
Gotcha. But anyway, okay. With that, let's move on to the next topic, guys.
What's the next topic? Oh wait, it was Agatha all along.
That's not what it says. It says Agetha. It says Agetha. You got to say Agetha.
Okay. Yeah, this is.
I'm sorry, I misspelled the witch. All right, Austin. All right.
So. Agetha all along. I knew it.
But yeah. So this is Agatha. And this is their TV show, which, to be honest,
this won't be a spoiler review.
Yeah.
Are we doing spoilers for this?
Yeah, I might as well. I mean, what's really
we can do the same thing with Penguin. We're doing episode 1, and we might do a mid thing and then just the ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Spoilers. Yeah, I think the show's okay.
It's okay.
Right.
I kind of have a little different opinion. It just didn't really grasp me, you know. And I guess of course, it's not a show directed for me, but at the same time, I've watched a lot of shows that are not directed towards me, but I still found them entertaining. But this one was just one of those ones that I don't feel attachment to the characters in this. I was just mainly here for Wiccan, you know, but yeah, it forced me to have to remember a lot of things that happened in WandaVision. Like, you know, for instance, audience, like there were characters popping up that I didn't even realize were people from Westview from the WandaVision show up until we got to the old lady. I'm like,
when was the last time you saw it though?
To be fair, this is
years.
It's a sequel to WandaVision. They were expecting to rewatch WandaVision before going to it.
Yeah, dude, like that WandaVision was like what 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's all.
Yeah, but they don't expect you to see WandaVision in 2020, and they're like, "Oh, I guess I'll just randomly watch Agatha despite not remembering a lot of WandaVision."
Yeah, we'll have a lot of the cast from there popping up. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, the show's on Disney Plus. That you can watch it. She was trying to kill me. Yeah, so, you can watch it on you. I guess I don't know. I don't know what
I remember that the first thing they did, we left her in Westview, so I assumed the people there were already in Westview.
I think the witch's lore is a little interesting. I think I don't know if I like Agatha's actress. She does really good.
She
how did we get to show her, but before anyone else, huh? How do we see her ass before any other woman's ass in them?
This is what happens when you base a project all off a trending topic on Twitter, you know?
Yeah, but they didn't. It's not like they were.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think
go ahead.
Agatha does have a purpose here. Like I said, they're doing a 3-part story with WandaVision, this, and Vision. And Agatha introducing Billy and all the other stuff would be important. I don't think this is because
I
if it
think.
wasn't Agatha, then it would just be a Billy show, which I think
Hmm.
people look at the same way. We're like, this random kid who we don't even know if the kid from WandaVision. I don't think the story would change that much
Uh
for how they're
huh.
doing it.
Yeah, I just think that the
I don't know. I just feel like Agatha was the bigger name to use, but I don't know.
Oh, it's already
I'd
confirmed
say
that
the show's good enough.
yeah,
We
it was
I
already
don't know.
confirmed that it's already confirmed that this isn't getting a season 2. Just want to throw that out there.
oh, really?
Yeah, because it's not supposed to. The next season will be Vision.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's, you're supposed to watch. Like, remember very early on when they started doing the Marvel shows, they said that not everyone was going to get a season 2. It just depended on what
Mm-hmm.
the story was about. That's why
No,
Falcon.
even before the show came out, they announced that Vision, this, and WandaVision are all one season, 3 part thing. You're supposed to watch the
Uh-huh.
WandaVision, watch this, and then watch Vision.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, that means you have to watch the back half of one. But you'll get there. I just think, like I said, I think the show is just okay so far, and that doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Maybe it turns up. It is a Disney Plus Marvel show, so there's always the risk that the ending will be terrible. But
Mm-hmm.
I do like I said, I like Agatha. I think she's the best part of the show. To be fair,
Okay, the witches, none of the witches are bad per se. Aubrey Plaza is hinted to be Blackheart multiple times, and that kind
What?
of going to piss people off.
What? Uh,
Either she's a
okay.
legitimate Blackhawk or they are just baiting you, because apparently her character reveal and who her character is will be a big reveal in the show. But they keep
Okay.
hinting at Blackheart with dialogue.
Okay.
But it isn't a Mephisto situation where fans are jumping and just looking for stuff. They're
Yeah.
actively saying stuff connected to this character.
Oh, you know,
Uh,
funny that you should bring up reveals, right? Because there's an ongoing thing in these first 2 episodes where Wiccan, we all know it's Wiccan. For some reason, they feel the need that to to beep out any mention of his name. Anytime that someone
I'm,
asks, okay, so what's your name? You he it blanks out. His mouth feels like it's stitched. You don't hear it.
it's not just that either. If he talk about his past, actor could hear it.
Hmm.
yeah, I think
I don't know.
So
I don't know the purpose
that is
of
a spell Blackheart can do to people.
I like the
I don't know what the purpose is of blocking out a name of a character we all know, but go for it, I guess.
Because it's not for us, it's for her
yeah.
Hmm.
We're trying to see
and the mystery of the story.
what is the mystery. The mystery is why would someone do that? Basically, you know.
I guess.
So yeah, but I guess
That would have been like us watching the Batman and being like, I wonder why they're hiding the Riddler's plan. We all know like who the Riddler is. We know it's Edward Nigma. Like, okay.
Mhm.
right. I I'm trying to think of things I liked about the show. I did like the scene in episode 2 with the goons. I forget what they were called. The 7 people approaching. I thought that was a pretty cool. That was kind of
Mhm.
intense. I did like the
I like
chemistry. I did like the chemistry between Wiccan and Agatha. I thought it was pretty funny. Um, and I do kind of like Agatha starting from zero. I like how Agatha will trick you into thinking she's not so bad, and then she'll do something that's just like an evil shit to she'll just be an evil shit.
Mhm.
So I do like how she plays that out well. And so far she is just a villain. I hope she just stays a villain because I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want villain shows where villains are villains.
Don't make us feel sympathy for Agatha, dang it.
I don't know if it's sympathy.
they're already going to do that.
Yeah,
It's too late. It's already going to do that.
yeah. I don't mind them feeling
That's
sympathy.
not me joking. That's they talking about something about her potentially sacrificing her kid or something.
Oh,
So most
wow.
likely she didn't sacrifice her kid, and she had to do it for some special reason other than just being evil. So you're
Mhm.
going to get sympathy for her. Well, most people are, one way or another.
I
Right.
don't like sympathy. I was sympathetic to Megatron in the last movie. I just want them to be evil. Like
Yeah.
like in the last again back to Transformers 1 real quick. I sympathize and I agree with Megatron's anger, But by the end of the movie, I'm like, nah, but you gotta chill out. Like, it's kind of what I felt like. That's as much as I want from like a villain story. Like, if you have to make me sympathize with the villain, by the end of it, I gotta be like, but still, like, god damn it, like, stop. Like,
Yeah, basically, what you want is an explanation, not an excuse.
right. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good way to say it. Yeah. So.
Sure.
But I like all the characters connected to Wesley. I thought the old lady who she randomly made join the black neighbor. I liked all. I ain't gonna lie. The lady just rocking out while the witches were singing their song because she had no idea what was going on was great, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I also
I
like
like it better than Wiccan so far.
You don't like the boy?
I don't say I don't like him. He just there's nothing he's done or made me do to make me like him more than her.
Yeah.
He just following Agatha around right now.
Was Wiccan wearing eyeliner in when we first saw him? I'm just curious. Do you guys know?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It felt like after they left the house, he got in the car. That's when he got the lipstick eyeliner.
Okay.
At least that's when I initially started noticing.
But I do like how the town of Westview just fucking has a ban on Wanda. They said, "Fuck this bitch."
Oh hell the fuck yeah! I mean, Monica Rambeau. God dang stud. I want to see Monica come here and try telling the people.
You will never understand what she gave up for that town. Okay.
But it's
your family died in the hospital those week and a half, but she ran to town and then let them get care. You'll never understand how she felt when she lost her fake children.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay, residents. My male superior officer got arrested at the end of that.
And don't forget, y'all, not only wanted to do that, she went super evil with Doctor Strange and all the other strange stuff. And now technically she might be rewarded by her children being actually alive in this universe.
Now, to be fair, I think if we look at Doctor Strange, I think anyone knows Wanda went evil, right? Like if you go by that universe.
No, I just mean the universe is not punishing her.
Dude, she slaughtered all those people at Doctor Strange's place. All those other students and magic users. I'm pretty sure people will know who killed her, who killed them.
They will know, but the average person.
I really need more though. I really need her to come back good, and Baramoto to come up and be like, "No, she gotta go."
Yo,
I'm not here for that, but I'm gonna be here for this. She's dying today.
Real shit though. Where's Baramoto? Where's Baramoto? This is my Where is this dude? Is something. He needs to be in the show. Right.
Yeah. Oh, this is his time to shine. Really? Wow.
All right.
Like if he would show up now, he has to at least show up when Wanda comes back. Like the moment she comes back.
Yeah.
Like or his whole character storyline, everything just done. And they just never talk about the guy again.
And what was crazy, he was so good in the first Doctor Strange movie. I think he was one of the coolest parts of this movie.
I think he was good in most of bad as well. Just they didn't want to give role. We know that the opening scene was supposed to be him dying to Wanda. So I'm hoping they're just like later be like, oh yeah, that did happen. We just didn't show y'all. Like, that'll be ad.
Gotcha. But anyway, I mean, I think we talk enough about these topics. Unless you guys have any last minute thoughts.
I think the show hasn't done any damage to the MCU. So that's good. Deadpool Wolverine is just they're riding high. So as long as it doesn't do anything too egregious or people don't get mad about something or like whatever, this is harmless.
Don't bait people with Blackheart on the reveal that something else or something else again. Do not pull a Raph Boner, who we know is in this show. Do not pull a Raph Boner on people.
Austin, at this point, if they do that twist of Blackheart, I'll say to the studios, you guys deserve all the backlash you will get because you dang well know what that sort of move will do to the audience. So.
I'm gonna say don't bait people with something unless you're gonna do it or do something better.
Like that, the hints they gave could be to something else. Let's be fair. But or don't want to connect to Blackheart. But whoever it is, it won't be a cool thing as Blackheart. That's the problem.
Mephisto is it as cool as Blackheart?
We're gonna be above them at the very least. That'd be. I guess you can up it from Blackheart. That'd be fine. Oh, it's his father or something like that. That's fine.
Now that I
But
think
you don't
about
be like,
it,
oh, the guy with Hitler is actually just Ralph Boner. He actually is Mephisto. I'll be so mad.
well, guys, you gotta remember we have to have a final battle sequence at the end of all this. So it has to be somebody, you know.
I think Agatha's gonna sacrifice herself.
The one thing's gonna be Blackheart. I think it'll be. I'll be dumb to do Mephisto versus basically these witches and Billy. I think Blackheart would be fine for a
Mm-hmm.
TV show. Doing
Agatha,
the devil as the face villain of the TV show would be crazy.
so
Yeah.
Agatha's gonna die for Billy, so you can go to Vision Class. Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, let's just
That's
go
what I'm
then.
saying. That's how
Okay.
suspecting the ending's gonna be. She's gonna attach with this
Yeah.
child. He doesn't make
Oh,
it
I had to
easy.
sacrifice my kid, so I won't sacrifice this one.
Right.
Killed herself.
Gotcha. But all right then. I think we spoke enough about this.
I will.
All right.
Yeah,
Contact Witch as I go on to the next topic. You sorry.
what's that? What are we doing after this?
Just go.
Why do we do that?
Okay,
Go
come on,
with Discord,
Contact
Jake.
Witch.
Okay,
Contact
Witch is here.
Okay, hold. Do.
Hello.
Witch, you here? Okay, we hear you,
Yeah,
man.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
your
cool.
topic.
I do have beef with MCU Wiccan. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm on protest. So just
Gotcha.
letting you know. So let me know if this
Will you
kid is
do it
actually
the
Wiccan or
episode the
not.
reveal
Keep me
happens?
posted. Just
What
keep
was
me
it?
posted.
Okay. But anyway, all right. With that,
Keep me posted if Joe Locke is playing Wiccan or not. Because if he is, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Gotcha.
Okay, we can move
But
on. I just wanted to give my
all
piece
right.
on that.
Nah, problem. All right, you want to announce the next topic, Witch?
No, I want to do the next one.
Okay. All right. So I'll announce this. Miya Cech casted as Toph. And apparently we even got like a short little teaser of that. You want to explain that,
Yeah,
Austin?
we got a foot reveal for you Fetish fans out there. It was crazy. They showed the
No, don't
ground
give
and they
this
showed her
girl a
foot
Wiki Feets account.
moving. It didn't moving, and that was it. So you didn't know what she looked like. You didn't see her face or anything.
We only saw a foot for Wiki Feet.
Yeah.
So they
So
found
if you're excited for that, congratulations.
They found an actress who listen. This is real shit. Okay, no fake news here. They found an actress who looked like Toph, and they said, "Listen, you almost fit the bill. Let's cut out your eyes a little bit so you can be actually blind for the role." Okay, I think that was pretty ballsy, but hey, it's gonna make good television. Okay, but yeah.
But this actress
She-
has been in Hawaii Five-O, American Horror Story, American
She-
Housewife, The Darkest Minds, and a few other things.
She's 17 years old, by the way, audience. So yeah,
So
I know
think
we're
they're
not.
gonna age her up.
They kind of have to, especially since you gotta remember a few years are going past, and there's a lot of the cast you have right now is going to get aged up by the end of this, visibly. So is what it is. I wish her all the best. I mean, I'm sure she's going to do a fine performance as Toph. So yeah.
I will probably see her in clips.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to see the show when it comes out, definitely. So, alrighty then. My one hope is that you have Aang actually learn a bending other than air.
Oh my god!
Cryptid, did I tell you my experience trying to watch the show?
Go ahead.
Yes.
I was on my way to Netflix, and I saw the show. I was like, you know what? I'll check this out because we talked about this. Let me see how I feel about it. And I went to go click on it, and then I said, "Oh wait, the original show is right here." And then I just clicked on the cartoon version. I was like, "Wow, this is really good. I don't really need to watch the live action."
That's on 3 recordings now, audience.
Yes, and it's gonna be on 4 more. Don't you worry, Austin. But yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Season 2, is it good?
Gotcha. Any final thoughts on this before we move on, guys?
No, let's move on before they boot me off of here.
Gotcha. All right. Did
Oh my god, I need to get into this. I need to get into this. So apparently Netflix is kicking off one of their original animated television shows, aka Voltron Legendary Defender, off of their
you?
platform later this year. And I have thoughts and feelings on this. Regardless of what you think about this show, regardless, this is just gonna end up being lost media if no one decides to put this on a pirating website. And people would think, oh, pirating's bad, blah 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 blah. Motherfucker, pirating's part of the reason why we still have all of the shit that we've wanted, that we want to watch, want to read, all this other stuff. And it, like, this proves, well, it double proves, because we've been seeing this with like Max and all this other stuff, that these companies do not care about animation, and they're willing to boot off their original shows and all of this other stuff just because they can.
Mhm.
Dude, what the hell are you talking about? Like, here's the thing. The last couple seasons of this show was not the greatest. I can acknowledge that. But
Mhm.
this show alone caused so much fandom stir. Like, trust, you had to be in those goddamn trenches for this show. I definitely was in high school. Oh my god, I remember when people were sending, like, I think cupcakes or something to the cast, like full of glass or something, if I can remember, because
Damn.
of like
Yeah,
bullshit.
I remember that.
Oh, don't even get me started with the death of one of the characters. That was a whole nother beef. But like, regardless, this is still a Netflix original show that they partner with DreamWorks to put on their platform. So you would think they would keep it on there if there is no other streaming service that is willing to take this Netflix series. And people now are, once they put it off, unless they decide to do it with crossing fingers, people are gonna
Mhm.
have to pirate the show just to be able to watch it. Just remember that. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Like,
God.
trust. This has pissed off so many people and myself, regardless of how I feel about this show. Trust me, I wish they would have done Hunk a little bit more justice, but that's just me personally. But Netflix, fuck you, man. Fuck you for taking off this show, or wanting to take off this show. It's on site. Whoever decided to make this decision, it's on site. Austin, did you
How
get that?
many how many
To be
seasons does the
fair,
show have?
go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
Wait,
Go
how
ahead,
many seasons
Austin.
the show have?
me, I've seen the show. I saw every single
Oh, how
season.
many seasons do it have?
I think 7, if I can remember off the top of my
I
head.
thought so.
Mhm.
By the time I was looking at it, I think it was up to season 5, but then I stopped.
Oh, okay.
But
Which, fair enough, honestly.
I was gonna say, I don't know if people keep up with Netflix animation, but they have a history of deleting or getting rid of good shows too early, or not putting money into shows that do warranted it. There are a lot. Netflix had a whole lot of one season anime shows or animation cartoon, whatever they make,
Like,
and they just cancel it. It's like even before it's finished, just to do
I'm
so. Despite
surprised
it getting
that
awards and stuff.
I'm surprised that shows like Hilda, Dragon Prince, I'm surprised that is keep going. Castlevania
Yeah,
and Castlevania Nocturne and fucking Big Mouth, I guess, are still
yeah.
Mhm.
How's
getting
Big
seasons.
Mouth still going? But a lot of these other shows got canceled. I'll never understand it.
Like, come
Mhm.
on, that's just basically trash television but animated. Like, oh my god, this sounds
Castlevania, at least like the guy who created Castlevania, is also making other shows for Netflix. Like they have a working relationship.
oh
He
yeah,
made
Blood of Zeus is
Blood
getting
of
a third
Zeus, and he's
season.
making Devil May Cry. Yeah,
Zeus is
The
pretty
Blood
reason
of
good.
it's
Zeus killed Lord.
the
So
reason it seems a lot of these shows get canceled is because they might be successful with the that they have, but the audience is as small by the budget that they usually get. At least that's what the CEO.
Here's the thing
that's what
about
he said.
Voltron.
But the two of the
Voltron
shows
got
he did,
very popular.
yeah. Go
Very
ahead, Wait.
popular. So Not like just in general. This show got very
Well,
popular very quickly, and the fact that it got like 7 seasons was crazy.
well, I think. Oh, my phone. Like I said, I have to look more into it. I'm just going by what I'm reading right now. But I think what he says later lines up with the shows I've seen because I don't know. So he basically says how like the stuff that they want is like a small audience, small budget, or a large audience at a large budget. So I'm sure there's some metric they use to determine if
Then
it's worth
how
keeping
the
around.
fuck is Big Mouth still getting
That
seasons?
it probably because it's
Small
probably a small
budget,
budget.
small budget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So basically, so Netflix has these cartoons. You can watch them now. That are based off of like movie franchises. Like they have Fast and Furious Spy Racers or like a one for Jurassic Park. These are not really like
Yeah,
high
we'll talk
budget.
about those.
These are not high budget cartoons. But I'm willing to bet the audience for them is big enough to justify them keep going because they've gone longer than like. I mean, the Jurassic Park show has like a sequel series. And like I don't hear anybody talking about it. But I'm willing to bet that the audience the audience is big enough to justify them continually doing it. So when they put a lot of high budget into animations, and not a lot of people, or at least not enough people are watching it, that's what usually gets those things booted off. I'm willing to bet, at least.
Jake, this finished for like this when Dragon started. Just letting you know that now. This show has been finished for years.
Right. So the thing with Voltron, and you could touch it. I'm not saying anything else like you've said. Is that DreamWorks owns it, and apparently this has happened before. DreamWorks really owns it, and they have to. It's up to them to really renew the rights. I'm not gonna pretend that. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I don't know if like just keeping it on there costs money. I don't know how many still watching the show for them to be like, well, let's keep it on here. Um, that's my only guess. They're not. At the end of the day, it's a business, so they're not getting rid of it for no reason. There's like a reason they're doing it, whether it's good or not, I don't know. But if I had to guess, I'm just thinking it's not profitable enough to just keep on the site when it's over, and I don't think enough people.
So there's gonna be no other streaming services that are like, yeah, we'll have this on our streaming platform.
There
Why
might.
not?
There might
Probably
Oh, well, to be
Amazon,
fair,
but still, you're gonna have to pay
they
for it.
might. Yeah, Amazon most likely.
be. Yeah, Amazon will
because you
take
can
it.
watch
Crunchyroll might
Castlevania
also reach out to get it too.
on Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like the same thing happened with a lot of Cartoon Network shows on Max. That is very concerning. That we're also getting news that this show is getting taken off too. Even though, like I said, this show's been finished forever, and all those Cartoon Network shows that got like taken off of Max were finished for a while. Besides, like a couple, I guess you could say. I don't know. I think Infinity Train never got finished, but that's besides the point. Besides the point.
Yeah, fuck you.
I know that
By the
these
way, for that.
companies. I know a lot of these companies do not care about animation, and that's why that's why the Animation Guild is on strike right now because they want better rights and not to be taken over by AI, and for this shit to not happen to their shows, you know, like wrongfully taken off without any good reason. So yeah, AI.
I will say that based off how Netflix sees things, the only reason it got 7 seasons was because the audience was big enough at the time. So I don't know, a couple things would need to happen. Like when an animated project comes out, it needs to be heavily supported. That means like you gotta start screaming to the heavens for people to watch the show, which I know people do online, but there has to be traction. You have to convince, if you want to support your cartoon that you really love, you have to convince the streaming platform that owns it that it is worth keeping around. Because streaming.
My question is.
Well, one second. Streaming costs a lot of money. A lot of these streaming services hemorrhage money. Actually, that's why prices have gone up.
Yeah, Netflix is losing money. Is also another thing.
So if they can cut corners in any regard, they will absolutely do it because
then they should be doing it with shows and movies that are shit. Why are you keeping these shit shows and movies on there? But I know this show is not shit, but genuinely, I don't know anyone who has ever talked about Hilda ever online. So I'm surprised that it's still going on. Shows like She-Ra, like we should cancel that show at this point. Like it has no purpose for it to be around anymore. That's just me personally.
Yeah,
But like there are shows that are like some of these shows are still going on. Surprisingly, like I said earlier, I'm genuinely shocked that Dragon Prince has been going on for this long, even after a 2-year hiatus.
which means
Because
that
remember,
the
they went on a 2-year hiatus.
Yeah.
But like
oh yeah,
going back to it, I know these like regardless of like rights and all this other stuff, I know these companies don't give a shit about animation. I know they don't. They would rather cut corners as much as they can to make sure that they don't have to pay human workers to work on these types of shows. And regardless how you feel about Voltron, there was love and care put into this show. Like, yeah, was the writing and plot the best? No. Were decisions made that people hated? Obviously, we could see that if you've been around these streets, the Voltron streets. But I did not suffer years of clans baiting for this shit to get taken off of Netflix. I did not suffer years with this shit. I have 2 Shiro prints and like several other Voltron shit in my room right now for this shit to get taken off. I'm salty. I'm salty. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off. Like, come on. Like, out of spite, I might binge watch all 7 seasons again. I will binge watch all 7 seasons. I don't give a fuck.
That's also another way to keep it on too. If you can get people to watch, allow people to watch the show, and
I'm
again,
gonna tweet. You know
They're
what?
not gonna do that. That didn't say The Office. They're not gonna do that.
Audience, I'm tweeting it right now. Hey, we should all watch Voltron.
Yeah, but I will say that it's probably not gonna be the last time you see this show. It's probably gonna show up somewhere else, or even Netflix might even renew it. I don't know. They might renew it. If they don't, it'll probably show up somewhere else, or whenever they come back to the Voltron IP, which in this age of going back to shit, they will.
The official Instagram account has been posted.
Yeah, but if this is DreamWorks, then that means they're more likely going to do another Voltron anime, and they're planning to put it somewhere else.
Yeah. So they'll put it somewhere else so people know the name Voltron, they know the different versions of Voltron. I mean, like that's what Paramount did with TMNT. Just to get kids to understand what the brand was, they bought every last show so they could have it all in one house, so people would watch it. So I mean, like, yeah, it's chances are you'll see it again. Yeah, it'll be somewhere else. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off. I feel like rightfully so.
Yeah.
And like this isn't just about Voltron. This is just about animation in general. Like come on. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off. I'm surprised that StreamYard hasn't booted me off yet during this rant. So yeah.
They tried.
In conclusion, number 1 clan shipper over here. Also, if you figure out what 2 Shiro prints I have, I don't get anything besides an invisible gold star. So,
out of context, which saying you're a clan shipper is very concerning.
Oh yeah, I guess I did.
Clan shipper. I was never a sheath shipper. Fuck off. I was a clan shipper. I never really cared for the Allura land ship either. I just never saw the chemistry personally. Hunk deserves better. You know what, audience? If you've watched Voltron Legendary Defender and you haven't watched it in a hot minute and you want to rewatch it, let's watch it together. Let's binge it together before it gets booted off. So, yeah, plans forever. Fuck you.
Alrighty then. Hey, final thoughts before we move on to the next one, guys?
Fuck you, Netflix.
Gotcha. Alright, with that, we'll move on to the next topic, audience. And I got this one, the Thunderbolts trailer. Now, we already kind of
He stole this from me, Jake. He stole this from me. I'm a Thunderbolts fan.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm the John Walker fan, so I have my rage to work out through.
Can I say one thing before we start this conversation, this topic? I hate how Bucky looks in this. I'm sorry. I hate how Bucky looks on this.
The facial hair.
My glorious white king.
He looks like Bucky. He looks like that one guy from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Rick Grimes.
I never watched The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Rick Grimes.
I get it's to like give him a new look, but still, like not all new looks are gonna hit the target, So Um, yeah. For me, what was concerning really, we spoke about this trailer before. We got like a really bootlegged version that was released online a while ago. You guys, audience, you can check it
So this
out.
is the same as that trailer, except for a
But it,
Bucky scene. To be honest.
a couple other scenes. Like for one, we found out the Taskmaster is going to have a shield. Like God, you could not let John be the only one have a shield in this show in this movie,
He
could you,
wasn't going to.
Marvel?
Well,
Huh?
Taskmaster's known to have a shield, so I
Also,
know.
also Red
Yeah.
Guardian has a show, right?
Also, Red Guardian has a shield. Yeah,
Well, he's not. Well, we didn't see him with a. We didn't see Red Guardian with a shield in this trailer, did we?
I'm sure.
I
If
don't.
not, I'm sure he'll get
I
one.
think there's one scene, but it just might have been him
Gotcha.
throwing his
Also,
shield,
that could be cool. That could be a
U.S.
cool
agent
combo.
shield.
We never had three shields at the same time. That could be cool combo potential, really. So I don't know the problem.
I'll see. But anyway, we finally get an up close look at what John's shield's going to look like, and there are already things we can already determine by the
I
look of it.
loved it.
It
Hater.
One,
looks better than
I
the trash can lid he had in Falcon and Winter
do
Soldier. I will
which
give him that.
you no do not bring up trash can lids because I could go on a
What?
rant about
That's
that.
what it was. That's literally what that
No, no, no.
shield was. Quote
No,
unquote
no,
shield was.
um,
Before he
no.
got his ass
I
beat
A
quit it.
by
forged
Sand and
shield,
Bucky.
a forged shield that he blow torch and welded together. That's a trash can lid.
It's still technically a trash can lid
They're
in the
saying
grand
that because
scheme of
it
things.
bended
Like
immediately, bro.
I
No,
He
can't
it
threw it
stand
one
didn't.
time
ingenuity, but
and
fuck
it got
you.
folded, and that was it.
No, no, it did not. We watched this during our movie night. When it got hit by Carly, it did not bend. It was taking multiple blows from super soldiers. That shield that John made stood up against powered beings. So I don't get this all hate or humiliation of John, like acting like he brought in a crappy shield. No, it took
He kind
beatings,
of
it took
did.
blows.
He kind
No,
of
he
did bring
didn't.
a crappy shield.
No,
Compared
no,
to
he
the
didn't.
only two other shields in this universe, it's a shitty shield. I don't understand how that's understandable. And it's not
What?
possible.
But we
What?
can't
Red
also
Guard
go
shield
against
is
the
better.
shield he had
Cap shield is better.
made.
Those are the only two shields we can compare with, bro. That's
Oh
This
yeah,
all we're saying.
Red Guardian shield that was given to him by the military.
But
But
wait. What do you think about this shield? This is now. Okay.
I love
okay,
this shield.
uh, okay. For one thing, the coloring it looks like something they just put on at the last minute and realized, okay, yeah, we kind of need to put some color in this shield. I don't like the minimal red design we got on the outer layer of it and the faded color. This. I get what they're going for. They're going for a war-torn shield, like to say that, hey, this shield has seen some action. But the problem is, I'm not expecting John to be going out like fighting space soldiers or outer dimensional beings like stuff like the Avengers would. So this just seems too out there to be the debut of his standard shield. And on top of that, we see the fact that there are cracks, there are dents all
They're
over
not
this
cracks, they're
shield.
just
So
scratches.
no,
Yeah, they're
no, no.
just
There,
scratches.
no, no. You see inside, like there are some dents in it, not just chicken scratches. If you
Also,
look closely at that shield,
Cryptid, explain this
yeah,
to me, okay? Explain this to me. So he has a
yeah,
kid in this, right? So he has a kid,
yeah.
right? Okay. So tell me why when this kid in the trailer was like crying their eyes out, for some reason because babies cry all the time. Oh my, don't get me
Hmm.
started. Tell me why instead of tending to his child, he decides I'm going to read an article about myself.
Yeah,
Elaborate.
they're gonna,
They
yeah, because
they
they
do
want they
explain it.
want John, they want John to look like a piece of shit. You want me to be
He's not
honest?
looking like a piece
Yeah.
of shit. All parents don't look at their kids at 1% of the time when babies just be crying. He
Mhm.
also has a wife
They're gonna,
who says
they're
that.
gonna make.
They explain in this trailer, and in the other trailer, that John has been on missions nonstop, back to back to back to back to support this family.
Hmm.
All this other stuff for this lady. This man's been going through it. That's why he feels like this. It's not
Hmm.
because,
But then
he's
explain.
not fighting aliens, so his shield shouldn't be hurt. He's only been fighting missions nonstop since the last time we seen him.
Explain to me why they didn't give him a shield with a unique element in it.
No, that is the no. Cryptid, that is the unique element. The fact
No,
that
no, it's
in the
just
MCU, hang on.
No,
We
it's a
know that
unique shield. He doesn't need vibranium or this, so that makes it more impressive that he's still doing what he's doing.
the fact that in the MCU it is iconic whenever we see Cap, the main Cap shield, like Steve Rogers shield, damaged. Okay, that's what's iconic for that shield. For this
Mhm.
shield, it's different and unique to him. He goes through a million battles. You see every battle on
Yeah.
that. That is a story being told. I think that's like really cool for him. I think it also shows that it also helps with the fact that in Falcon and Winter Soldier, he was dealing with his inferiority complex of being Captain America. That he doesn't have the perfect shield. That there's more to him than just like the morality of the character, like with Steve, where he was just more of like a moral guy. John's a little more complicated, so his shield's a little more complicated. I think.
Okay.
I also love the idea that when you put him and Sam and Nick the team together, and Sam got this brand new suit, super clean, his shield's beautiful, super clean, and you see John, who's been fighting nonstop, his war torn shield. You see him physically look like he's been through a lot. I like the duality of these two caps in this situation.
Yeah, make one Cap look like he's crappy and on his last legs, while the other one looks brand spanking new of all this high tech gear.
Well, technically, he's not Cap. He's U.S. agent. There's a difference.
I know.
Yeah, he's working for a secret organization doing the hardest business known to mankind that only a super soldier can do by himself.
And why couldn't the U.S. military give him like that adamantium from that Celestial?
Because he's not working with the U.S. military.
Yes, if you guys are telling me
he's working
doing, like, all
undercover, he's working undercover for Valentina. She's not doing this above board with the government, as we saw in Black Panther 2. She's not with. She's basically Amanda Waller doing a secret Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
He can't be just using funds like that.
I'm actually surprised that you don't like this take on John. I think it makes it more. I think those.
It makes it way more impressive than just a Captain America clone.
Because here's the thing, guys. I've said this before when we came to the trailer in the last discussion. The MVP moment of John for this team, if they are going to go up against an evil Superman, would be his shield, since it will be the only thing that's going to be able to take blows from Sentry. Sentry comes in, he's going to break that shield in one punch.
Sentry's going to be in this movie? I thought it was like Hyperion for a moment.
Yes, we saw his symbol.
No, Bob is in the trailer. Bob is literally in the trailer.
Oh, I was trying to figure out for the longest time. I was like, who the fuck is...
Hang on, Cryptic.
Wait. Also, the poster for Thunderbolts is AI generated, by the way.
Oh, shoot.
In the scene with Bob, when you see Bob's hand, they give him 6 fingers.
I will. Yeah, that was something I was going to be bringing up too. Like, what was it? I saw an article mention that. What's with the 6 fingers?
Like, there's an article. I'm looking at the poster now, and I saw it.
AI doesn't understand hands that well for some reason. So
okay.
But no, Cryptic, I don't know why.
Computer.
Cryptic, personally, I don't know why you even hate the idea. If Sentry comes in, you could do a parallel to Endgame. If Sentry comes in and breaks the shield, and John says like, "I'm not backing down." That's like that's the same equivalent to
that because it's Cap Thanos moment.
Because they're going to make when it comes to Steve Rogers, right?
We don't know anything.
They're going to do justice with the character. John Walker, no damn way. They're going to make it at shaky at best. Do I expect them to have any big immoral implications into the fight with Sentry? If he had his main shield made of adamantium, yes, I would love to see a scene like from Avengers Assemble where, Hyperion's about to shoot his laser vision, then Cap comes in, blocks it right point blank range in front of Hyperion's face, and it ends up frying Hyperion's face. I would have loved to have seen a scene like that with U.S. agents.
Still happen with this shield. We don't know how those bullets got there. Those could be laser beams, for all we know.
It broke. What? If it's going up against Superman, I don't care if that's steel or titanium. That thing is breaking.
I think John.
Yeah, but you're talking about lasers. You're not talking about him punching it. He can block this shield. Can definitely block lasers.
Mm-hmm.
I think John being the underdog Captain America makes him honestly the most interesting. I said this in Falcon Winter Soldier. Like, we were joking about him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He was my favorite character. He was one of my favorite characters in that show because of his underdog story. He was very complex.
No, I'm still a John Walker hater. Thank you and good night.
Well, except for
yeah.
I love the character. I just thought the shield shit was funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and this show following up on that, he's still the underdog character. He still feels love. I mean, like, he was Captain America for a week to a month, and he lost all that shit in like a day. And so now he's feeling the inferiority complex. How is he? He's trying to cope with it by doing anything he can to really feel like
basically.
Yeah, I think that's really powerful stuff. And the fact that like if you're pitching the idea of Sentry breaking that shield, but I'm pitching the idea of him standing up after the shield is broken.
And what is he going to do?
Like with his
What
confidence
did
back,
he?
I guess you could say.
Stand and fight. He doesn't have to win the fight. It's a team movie. That's the point.
Captain
Yeah.
America.
Batman beat
Oh yeah.
Thanos in a 1v1.
Oh yeah.
Thanos,
Oh yeah.
he got the
Oh
better
yeah.
Thanos for 2 seconds. Thanos slapped him on his neck and almost murdered him.
Oh yeah, like the reception's gonna look at that scene and say, "Oh wow, John was really great." Oh
Stop
no, he
worrying
just got
about the
his ass kicked.
reception. Worry about how
Yes,
you
I
like him. You
am.
loved him in Captain America. You loved him in Captain Falcon
I
Winter
want
Soldier.
this character to be respected. I want him to be treated fair, but no, I've seen the stack,
He can still
the deck
losing
stack
is
of decks for
him
him.
losing is not him not being treated fair. Him being
Mhm,
treated like Steve Rogers will be him not being treated fair. Because he's not Steve Rogers. And he's not
mhm,
Sam. He's not Captain America.
You
He's
have
US
to
agent.
you have to make them all different. That's the reason why even Sam. That's the focus of Sam's movie too. How
mhm,
different he is from Steve Rogers. They can't all be the. They can't all be Steve. Okay,
mhm,
The
you're gonna have to.
unstoppable, unbeatable
Steve is
man
doing his
with a
own
shield that
thing.
can block anything,
Right.
that can reach
mhm,
ricochet. They all can't do the same thing.
Yeah, it's possible because audiences are. If you're mindful, a lot of audiences are not like really nuanced. So I mean, even if they don't like John Walker, that's fine. But how do
mhm,
you feel about the end of the day? It shouldn't really matter about what the audience feels.
mhm.
I mean, you watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, and you loved his
Yeah,
character there, did you not?
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
you were in
hated
these
I
trenches
hated
defending him.
the recension. Yeah, especially since I had to see people fanboy over another character who had a literal trash can lid that they finger painted on,
Yeah.
but
So
yet give crap to John Walker for forging a
So John
shield.
yeah.
Walker.
So the chances are you will probably be annoyed with
We
audiences.
gave him crap because they spent 5 minutes watching him forge the shield, right foot the break in 3 minutes. That was the reason we gave him crap about it. The
But
scene
that's
starts from throwing it at Carly, her kicking it,
Yeah,
and then him getting it back and it breaking all within 3 minutes. That's why it's a
you
joke. That's why it's funny.
afterwards, I'm going to re-show you that clip, Austin. It did not break.
I don't need
We
you to
watched
re-show me.
that
I done
thing.
seen
It
the
did not.
episode multiple times.
yeah. But
We saw that. We saw that blow after Carly
It
kicked
didn't
it.
break.
It did
It
not
did,
crack. It did not break.
bro.
I don't know.
but Cryptid, at the end of the day, it's like audience is gonna feel what they
I
like.
feel
and
like
what they
before
want.
this comes out, we have to rewatch Falcon and Winter Soldier to cleanse our
Right.
mind.
But no, Cryptid, like audiences are gonna feel
But
the way
okay,
they
I
want
want to
about.
like change the subject off of John Walker.
Okay, wait,
Mhm.
let me just John
No, let's
Walker's
just finish his point.
Yeah.
Okay.
John Walker's gonna people are gonna feel about John Walker the way that they feel about John Walker, but that's irrelevant. But if you liked him in Falcon and Winter Soldier, it seems like they're carrying over what you liked about that version to this version. He's not gonna. He might not be shown as like Steve Rogers, but he's still gonna be the John Walker from that show. So I mean, if that's what you like, I don't really see the problem with it, honestly.
I saw something that could have been better. I saw something that could have been useful in this
I'm
fight.
about to tell you
But
right now.
instead,
The
I
shield
think
is bent up and broken, and the edge over here. Like I said,
Well, we can show it
from that
later.
3 minute fight with Carly.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess my message would just be like, don't worry about audiences, worry about the story, and if you like it, and if you hate, listen, if they butcher John Walker, if they take things I don't like about John Walker, and they ruin it, then I'll be the first to let you know. But you know,
On the right side here, it is clearly broken.
let's see.
Ghost came back after all this time.
You can see the ground under the shield from the edge of it broken from the red and white.
Wait.
This is
Austin,
after the
you
Carly
showed-
fight.
No, this was after he was fighting against all the Flag Smashers. Don't you remember when John Walker was on the ground and everybody was just kicking and punching him, and he was looking at the metal he forged inside the shield? Yes, it was taking multiple blows,
Yeah,
dude.
and I'm saying when she kicked it, it was bent and slightly broken. All some of it started from the Carly thing.
I'm going to show you that clip afterwards. Well, we'll discuss this privately, Dawson. But anyway,
You don't have to. I do not care that much. I don't understand why you care that much.
but in terms of the trailer itself, as far as the trailer goes, I mean, like it's just Thunderbolts.
Yeah, but it doesn't have Songbird in it.
It doesn't. But I do
doesn't
think
have a lot of those
I am
Thunderbolt characters.
I am interested to see how they're gonna fight Sentry. I think that's like the big thing. I mean, obviously he's gonna be nerfed, but no MCU character at this point isn't nerfed from the comics. So.
Trust, we all watched Thor: Love and Thunder. We know about nerfing characters.
So, like, I'm interested to see how that aspect's going to go. We also people are saying, and I don't know, I didn't see the trailer, but people are saying Avengers Tower was in this one. And the
Yeah.
Valentina bot. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, this is an overview. I doubt they go there.
Yeah. So that's pretty neat. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be the fact that we talk
As
this
a
long about.
Thunder,
How
as
do
a
you guys
Thunderbolts
feel?
fan, I was initially against this movie, but the way they turned the premise around of it basically seemed like Valentina set up all of them, set them all on the. It seemed like Valentina was using all of them, set them all on different jobs, and then set them all on this job where they got captured, or basically getting hunted and eliminated.
Mhm.
I don't know. I like the idea of that, but I think it's a weird choice to do. The whole point of Valentina before this was setting up her making a team. And it's like a test.
Mhm.
Like, were they all supposed to kill Bob or something? And she doesn't tell, hey, you're supposed to kill Bob or retrieve
Mhm.
Bob and bring it to her.
Mhm.
And it was a trap. You know what I mean? Like, I went to the trailer and said a little bit more about that, but that might just be something we have to wait for till the movie comes
Right.
out.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
How do you guys feel about?
I'm actually kind of glad that they're bringing Ghost back after all these years, which is cool. And I think they're actually going to do some justice to Taskmaster. So let's hope.
Mhm.
That's all we can ask for. Am
Mhm.
I right?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that last scene in this trailer?
What was the
What was the
last thing
last scene?
The one where Bucky attacked the team. You know, remember he did that iconic shoot with his gun where he shot a mine under the car.
Oh.
Oh, that was
That's
cool, but
pretty much
still,
what I
Bucky doesn't
expected.
look like Bucky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like it because his look isn't good for him, but it's good for the movie because everyone else also wore down and kind of broken down
Mhm.
with him.
Mhm.
So I think it's another thing. Just like, well, you see Bucky, he's been doing all these different jobs and stuff too for the government on a different end
Mhm.
than what John was doing. I think I like it. That's all I'm saying.
I hope they continue
Yeah.
Bucky and John's like developing friendship. I don't even know if it's a friendship, but like partnership. Yeah, the Falcon and Winter
Their
Soldier.
development,
Oh yeah. Okay.
understanding.
Yeah. So I hope they continue that.
Mhm.
That'd be nice if they had like a scene together where they just kind of set things straight. I guess that'd be cool.
Mhm.
I think Bucky's only here because they're going to use Bucky to help fully redeem John in everyone's eye, in people's eyes. Because John at this point shouldn't really be as hated as he is. But as you know, you're watching Falcon and Winter Soldier, his hate just came from him being Captain America. Like people could not get over that
Yeah.
when he first showed up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So seeing Bucky, who was the closest Captain America, to give this dude as he did, and develop a friendship with him, and John getting over whatever's what's going on with him beginning this movie, becoming a better father, all the other stuff. Well, I'm gonna say a better father because we don't know how he was as a father. It just be one
Mhm.
isolated moment. But
Mhm.
I think all that will endure John into the audience eyes. Even though
Mhm.
I don't think people ever get over he just another Captain America that they never really get
Also,
rid of
this
over
one
that type of
person
stuff.
tweeted a clip of that one scene that we're talking about with Bucky shooting like the gun, where
Yeah.
this person's like, "What color grading in my Marvel movie?"
What?
Mhm.
Someone likes color grading.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, some of the shots in this trailer look really good, and I can acknowledge that.
Mhm.
But Thunderbolts will be coming out when? Is this year or next year?
I think next year,
Next year or something.
Okay.
Isn't this supposed to be the
May
last?
something.
Isn't this supposed to be like the last movie of Phase 5 or something?
Maybe.
who
I don't
knows?
know.
Who knows?
I don't even know how these phases go anymore.
Yeah,
Ever
no,
since
every
they
movie's
made
been
it
pushed
does
back and
not make
changed. It
sense.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that we can move on to next. One sec. Who wants to do this one?
How you feeling, Cryptid? How are you
Okay, I
feeling
guess.
about this?
I guess I'm gonna bring it up. Nick Fury Sr. returns in Ultimates. The OG is back. The OG. What can I say?
Yeah.
Um,
We had to switch the tides. We had to do the pendulum swing for classic.
for Ultimates.
So in the Ultimate Universe was Nick Fury Jr. like was his dad this one too, or
No,
was
it
it
was just
No.
Nick Fury Jr. It was it. He was Nick Fury. It was no Junior.
okay? So like did the maker like did the maker like
No,
race
what
each other?
what what it is, Jake, is the
Remember, this
maker
isn't
wants
the
like
original. Go ahead.
yeah. Yeah. What? Okay. So yeah, what it is basically think of 616, right? But the maker is going back in time to change to strip like the hero statuses of a lot of heroes,
Yeah,
and
I see.
change that. So
yeah.
that's really what this Ultimate
It
Universe is.
it's ultimate in name only, as in the first. It's the ultimate universe to the powers,
Hmm.
but
Yep.
it's mainly
This
just
is the
he went
new
back in time
Ultimate
to six one
Universe.
six. He found a word that looked like 616, and then just changed that from an
Okay.
early
Yeah.
concept.
I mean, to be honest, I thought it was going to be kind of weird if you're telling me like this is that going to be his son who's the Ultimate Nick Fury in this, but like wait, how did that work? Did Maker just come back and assassinate his dad or something? So,
I wouldn't
but
think too
no,
hard about 1610. I'm just
So
gonna let you
yeah,
know that now.
so
but
the
no,
maker valued Nick Fury so much. He said, "No, like listen, I can change a lot, but this guy, he has to
He
yeah,
go."
didn't change
no,
anything in his timeline. It's just Nick Fury just still around
No, okay.
yeah. I mean, if any,
in the sense
let's
of, if anything, Jake, Nick, since it's 616, Nick, the Black Nick Fury will be his son. It just means
Mhm.
that Nick Fury, if you go by the premise of this trail, of this cover and stuff, Nick Fury immediately figured out something was going on, and he hid like
Yep,
he always did, and he's making his own plans to come at the Maker. So
Oh,
that's
that's
what
kind of
Nick
cool.
Fury
yep.
does.
That's that's
If
uh that's John Shepard Stargate Atlantis intuition right there. That's crazy.
Yes,
if
that what he
anybody
always
could,
does in comics
yep.
before they got rid of
If
him.
any if anybody could have avoided what the Maker was doing or caught up to him, it would be the Man on the Wall.
So what is he
Uh,
the? So what is he the director of? Because that's not a Shield logo.
it looks almost like a hand, to be honest.
Is he
Yeah,
part of the
I think it's
hand?
different.
Is he
No,
the?
I can't be. Hopefully not.
No,
Don't put a
Give me a
Punisher
second, I figured it out.
running
situation.
hand, I think.
Yeah, but nah. I really am kind of excited to see the original Nick Fury back because man, I feel like for the longest years, when people would ask me which Nick Fury I like, I will always say his father, and I will have to explain to them why I think he's better than his son. But in recent years, both in the
It shouldn't
comics
be
and the
hard
MCU,
to understand that Nick Fury Jr.
yeah,
has done nothing but
yes,
fail.
exactly. In both in the comics and well, in recently in MCU adaptation, yeah, his reputation kind of got put through the grinder. So,
And,
I mean,
look, we're not talking about ultimate Black Nick Fury. Nick
yeah,
Fury Jr., the black son of White Nick Fury, is a terrible leader.
yes. It also doesn't help with the fact that Nick Fury Sr. he has his DNA within Marvel history. He was there in World War II, fighting with Dum Dum Dugan and Cap. He had history with Wolverine.
The
Yeah, I think
original LMD in the print of
exactly.
all of Marvel. The first original LMD reveal was this man. Before Doombots was Nick Fury.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I remember one of my favorite moments of Nick Fury was during Siege, right? He had his own Secret Avengers team, and they were about to go off on a final assault against Norman Osborn's crew. And one of his teammates, he's the son of Ares, right? He's the god of fear or whatever, but he still looks like a kid. Nick Fury's like telling him, uh, yeah, we're not bringing you on this mission. It's too dangerous for you, kid. And the kid is like, you will bring me to battle with
I won.
you.
Couldn't be
And
closer.
and uh and
I
the
won.
guy and he uses his power to kind of scare Nick Fury by showing him like these horrible, atrocious sights, right? Because that's how his powers work. And Nick Fury is like, kid, you could turn those powers off. I've seen everything this universe has to offer. There's nothing you can show me that'll ever scare me. Like, damn, you know?
Jake,
I don't see a moment like that with his son in any adaptation,
in
unless
fact,
you guys.
most moments with his son is him begging or asking for help from Maria Hill.
Yes, exactly.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, even when Nick Fury was dying at the end of what was it, Original Sins, he went out like a boss, like he knew he was about to die, he was bleeding out, and his last words were, "What I wouldn't give for a good Cuban about now." You know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you though. Well,
Yeah.
this is a W poster.
Yeah.
This is like a good cover. This is,
This.
On a
This.
side note, Cryptid, I won, by the way.
What?
I went back to the
What?
Carly fight. while we were talking, and I got a dent in the shield. I win. It's over.
Well,
I'm posting it
we'll,
right
no,
now.
no. We'll see.
This
We'll
is from her
see.
kick. This is from her kick. I'm posting it right now.
We'll see.
No, when it was
This
on
is
the
Mia's fight.
ground,
He didn't fight no
well,
one else before this.
But
this was like where he was going. Okay, this is going to have to be a different conversation.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
no,
I just wanted to say.
no. We saw the full inside of the shield. There was no dents whatsoever. But we'll talk about that a different time.
but there is a.
But
But yeah,
Anyway,
I do.
Jake, but
this
every
is
major event in Marvel before this, before even Secret Invasion, Nick Fury already had a plan. He already retreated to a bunker, and he was already gathering heroes.
mhm.
He was the person who regrouped the whole team, basically like in Age of Ultron. He got everyone together and then kept letting them out the situation. That was their dynamic.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
since that's also why a lot of events after Secret Invasion ends up getting so terrible because no one has a plan and no one sees anything coming because Nick Fury is either alien ghost man on the wall in space
Mhm.
or dead.
Wow. It's
And his
almost
son
like
just
this.
terrible. And Maria Hill is just
It's
racist or something. I don't remember what she did.
it's almost like this guy could have been the difference between stopping so many events from happening. Like
Yeah.
That was money.
Like he definitely would have caught he definitely caught Secret Empire before it happened. He definitely realized something was wrong.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Steve
It's so
would have
close.
Steve would have tilted his head slightly to the left, and then Nick would be like, "Fuck, he's with Hydra."
That's a Hydra motion.
Damn.
That's a Hydra motion right there. He bent
Yeah,
down slightly. Hydra. It's over.
Oh yes, Steve with Hydra.
I'll pick up the job that slacker Phil Coulson couldn't do. No, no, seriously, I like this cover. This is kind of what I wish they could have done for Nick Fury's 50th anniversary. You guys remember that, right? Where to celebrate 50 years of Nick Fury, we're gonna have variant covers of all his son. Yeah, you heard me, honest. That happened.
Okay.
We're celebrating
Trust
50
me, I know
years
what it
of Nick
feels
Fury.
like to be disappointed when Marvel doesn't acknowledge your fave's anniversary.
Which really, I know what it's like to lose.
I know what it's like to
Basically.
lose. I'm a North Star fan. I am a North Star fan, guys. You should know me by now.
They barely gave Nick Fury Sr. one variant cover, and it wasn't even a good variant cover, So
Hey, at least he's not being killed on it like Danny Rand.
Yeah. There you go. He based if the
I
audience
guess not being used is better than being used and dying.
I guess if you guys want to know what happened to the main 616 Nick Fury Sr. Okay, basically he went into retirement and gave his son his blessings to kind of pick up after him. Yeah.
He became the Watcher on the moon, and now he's the LMD.
Wait a minute, no.
The last two times we saw him, he was the LMD on Earth.
Yeah, why didn't the LMD run? Because the LMD's not smart enough to run.
Well, they just came. They just came back. They were all destroyed before he became the Unseen.
All I remember,
on the moon, like years.
I do remember during Dance Off Fantastic Four run that it was Nick Fury and Watcher having to team up with each other, and it seemed like Nick Fury was finally free. I don't know. Wait, did something happen? He died after that?
No, you're right. That was the last time we saw the real Nick Fury. Before that, we saw LMDs that was of Nick Fury. And we didn't know if that was him or not. But that was the last appearance of him as the Unseen and being free. But it felt like he just said, "I'm gonna go back to beating a guy on the wall," and we just see him.
But he wasn't chained, I recall. So he was.
Yeah, he was definitely free to leave, but we don't know if he did it.
Yeah, but then when it came to Nick Fury's 50th anniversary, we got that moment between him and his son, and basically he said, "I'm going into retirement in another universe, so I'll leave this universe to you, son." And that was
basically
the last
you've done nothing but a shit job, and ruined Shield destroyed, and you ran to the ground multiple times. And Maria Hill is racist, she's basically pulling Amanda Waller, and when all the heroes arrested. And Coulson's literally run by the devil right now. I guess you're the only choice I have.
Yeah, looks like Witch is back in the thing.
Oh, hold a sec.
Yeah,
Which Peter?
sorry, y'all cut out on me for some reason, so I just wanted to like leave and come back to make sure that got fixed.
Gotcha.
It's all good. We need to move on anyway. It's
All
good
right.
that he's back. I
Mhm.
think that's going to be very
Honestly,
important for the Ultimate
I
Universe.
didn't have much about this topic anyways, so me not being
Gotcha.
here. Also, I just
Oh,
noticed on the cover we have May Storm, Slay,
Yep.
yeah,
best
that's cool.
girl.
That's cool. Yeah, it seems like the Ultimate Comic each issue is going to introduce a new character into the Ultimate Universe. That seems to
Been
be the
here. What
trend
are
they're
you
going with.
talking about?
Wait,
She has
I
been here.
I
No,
do
we're
say
talking
this
about Nick
though.
Fury. Yeah. Go
I'm
ahead,
very
Austin.
interested to see how his dynamic in this universe works for people. Because obviously
Mhm.
they're going to give him some dynamic with Cap because they kind of have to.
Yeah.
But a lot of his old friends are either dead or inactive,
Yep.
and it's not like the Ultimate Universe where you can just have him be with Peter and stuff either. So I wonder
Hmm.
what his close circle of heroes and friends is going to be. Because I doubt this guy's going to be like, oh yeah, this child Tony Stark, I'm going to go hang out with him and do stuff with him. Like I doubt that.
Yeah, that is going to be true. But hey, look at this, audience. I gave up on the Ultimate Comics after the second issue, and I was just going to pick this up for one issue only because of that Hawkeye introduction. But it looks like I'm going to have two. So, all right. Okay, then. I guess with that, we can move on to the next one, guys. Do-do-do-do.
It's you.
Okay,
No,
Austin,
actually,
do
it's
you
me.
want to do
I'm
this
stealing it. Yep.
one?
Sam Wilson, Captain America series announced he's
Yeah,
fighting Red Hulk. I'm stealing this
yeah.
because he stole mine.
Austin, you can't steal what someone gives you, man. Remember that.
Jake, remember that comment. Remember that comment he said.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, audience, and no surprise, Sam Wilson is getting a comic series again from just in time for his movie to come out, right? But so nobody should be surprised. But yet, this article surprised me because of all writers they could have gone for this book. Now, I would have expected like maybe they would have gone the Ultimate Black Panther writer to be on this book, but no, they got Greg Pak to be writing this book. And I'm like, whoa, he's writing a book that's not an Asian lead. Whoa, oh, I had to sit down for a sec. Like, this is the first time I've seen him do this in years. Like, good for him. Good for. I assume Marvel just saw like that he had a pitch, or they trusted him enough to handle this story. Because yeah, let me just read what the story seems to be about. It seems like he's going to have to work with Red Hulk on some projects, and let's see. Let me just at least read the title of the first arc. Better Angels. All right, so make that with what you will. Apparently, a premise in this book is that they all get together to celebrate who else? Isaiah Bradley's birthday. Did you guys hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you.
We're just
Gotcha.
waiting for you to finish
My
reading
bad.
the
I was reading
premise.
something.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Wait, is this a movie adaptation? Like, what the fuck? Why are we? What?
No, they're both putting in the movie characters into this book.
Right.
They're giving them.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, Isaiah Bradley. Yeah, it's almost like he's going to be in the next Captain America movie, right? Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this is kind of like a bit of my mantle because Isaiah too. Like this is going to be the first time we've seen him in years.
Since that one Young Avengers comic.
Actually, you might be right. Which I don't recall him seeing popping up anytime since
He was at
then.
he was at the cookout.
Was he? He wasn't even good
Yeah.
enough to be in the
It was
cookout.
both of them there.
Eli was.
Eli.
No, it was
had
both of them there.
cover.
No,
Let me
you
see.
guys show me that
Send
picture, man.
because I don't believe you. Send
Yeah,
the
yeah.
picture.
What was he in
All
uniform, man?
black heroes. Say the name. Trying to make sure. Isaiah
Okay,
Bradley,
was
right?
he Isaiah Bradley? Yeah.
It was him and
Discuss.
both of them together by each other jumping out the plane. That's what I remember.
No. It was Eli and that Rashawn Tate guy. I
You're
recall.
right. No,
I
you're right.
recall
Yeah,
seeing
you're
that
right. No,
guy
you're right. You're
together.
right. Yeah.
So,
It was
so
fun.
okay. See, I'm right. Okay, just
All
get ready
right.
for me to tell you that later this week. Oh, I didn't remember that.
Nope.
So,
Hey
all
Austin.
right.
Austin, did we ever discuss if Kyle Janadu ever pulled up to the cookout in Wakanda? I think he did. I think we
We
did.
made a joke about it. Yeah, we joked
We
about it.
made a joke that the Dora Milaje sent an email and then immediately he gets a knock at his door and then it's just them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the joke we made because he doesn't have superpowers. He's not even a superhero. He just chills.
Yep. But anyway, what more could we learn from this article about this book? Sam's going to be balancing his life between superheroing and being a social worker, and apparently his cousin Billy's going to be coming up. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Billy, so this is pretty much going to be my first introduction to him. And based on the cover, we do see Eli Bradley on the cover.
And Storm.
Yeah, for some reason,
and
Storm...
the best character here,
War Machine?
Red Wing.
Oh, Red Wing. Yeah. Okay, because I was like,
War Machine. I'm talking about the bird.
Yeah, why are we talking about War Machine? Like, he's in this cover too. I'm like, wait, why is War Machine here?
At this point,
because he's black.
Yeah.
They have to have all the black superheroes together in this one book. Besides Red Hulk. Red Hulk's the exception.
Which is funny because Sam Wilson made it clear what his relationship is with War Machine. Y'all remember after Rhodey died in Civil War II? Yeah, well,
yeah, word about that.
Yep. Well, yeah, apparently all the heroes in his community had like a secret meeting where they're going to be holding a funeral service for him. And they all wanted Sam Wilson to be speaking at his funeral. And Sam Wilson's like, wait, why are you guys choosing me? I mean, me and him were never close. Like, I mean, yeah, we were
not
in...
the what, bro? You're both of the military, you're black, serve the community.
I mean, yeah, we were in the same room during group gatherings, but like, I don't know much about Rhodey, like, you know. So why are y'all choosing me to speak in his funeral? Come on, yo.
You're the only other black military man we know. Okay, you have to be here.
Nick Fury Jr. was in that scene too.
You don't want him here. That's the difference. Okay, we don't want him here at all. Sam's who we invited. Nick Fury Jr. just showed up. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be picking it up, and it's going to be a series, so good for Sam. So I'm excited. Alright then.
Oh wait, hang on. I just want to make an announcement. Okay, so this is back to Transformers 1. I wanted to wait, but it seems like the movie's not doing well box office wise.
Yeah, it only had like 34 last time I checked.
Yeah, and Beetlejuice is cutting into his profits, and apparently, surprise! I think the Wild Robot might also kill this movie. It's just like, ooh, that's a...
Well, Jake, we always have the first trailer to pin the blame on this.
We know exactly who to find. I will find them.
I was about to say, well, to be fair, they didn't really need a sequel and stuff because it just shows the start of the war. They can elaborate more on what happened during the war in future movies of the live action if they want to.
Yeah, but it's a shame.
But now we know the basis for their relationship, which I think is the best thing this movie gave us.
Yeah, it just it's a shame because it really did go up against the odds for me. That's for sure. I know I was the most against this movie, even before we got a trailer.
You are not more than me.
Before this movie even got a trailer, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see this movie. I said that when we talked about it here, but yeah. So
All right, then. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic. Austin, you want to do this one again?
Oh my god, bro. There's some new X-Men books out. I didn't see what they were. What are they?
One is going to be a crossover event. Yeah, apparently two X-Men teams are going to go to war with each other over Xavier's dream, apparently.
Again?
Oh yeah. And they that's why you asked me. And the cover is a variant of Marvel Capcom cover.
Yeah, that's true. The other books we're getting are a cable book. randomly. All right, and we're also getting a Deadpool and Wolverine book. No
Oh,
surprise.
wow. I wonder where that came from.
Yeah, we had like a Deadpool and Wolverine book not too long ago, right, Jake?
No, no,
Around
yeah.
the movie came out. So now they're
Yeah,
like,
we
okay,
had
let's
Deadpool read World War III or something, and then they had another
yeah,
book.
that's what it is.
Okay.
Uh, so again, more X-Men books in a already crowded time to be an X-Men fan. Like,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if they're
do you
selling, it's
guys
probably do.
do you guys think this
They're
is
not. I don't know if they're selling or not though.
well, no, here's what I think is happening. I don't think the reception or the sales are meeting what they expected when it came to um the what's this era called? Rise Above the Ashes or something like that?
Yeah.
From the
That's
Ashes.
from the Ashes, yeah. I don't think this is meeting the quota they thought it was gonna meet, so that's why they're like, okay, let's do more X-Men books. Hopefully these will sell, or something
Mm,
like that. Because
Oh, but I think it depends because the main X-Men book obviously is going to sell. One
mm-hmm,
one got Cyclops in it. Jet McKay's book is going to sell.
yeah,
Emma Frost Kitty Pryde book might sell
mm-hmm,
because the other one I think is Gambit and Rogue in them. That one might not sell as much. I think that one, if anyone's struggling, it might be it's either that or Kitty Pryde's book.
You know that
But I doubt both of them are not selling.
gotcha. What was that,
whatever Witch
Witch?
I,
said,
was,
I agree.
you
I
know
endorse
that
whatever Witch said.
I can
that
look it up in a
audio
second, to be honest.
drop another life is yours. If Marvel gave me a North Star book, thank you, good night. Well,
Well,
my
you
North Star
expect.
book deserves another one.
Yeah, well, you expect like in an era where where rising tides lift all sails, you will get a book you want, right, Witch?
Okay. So right now, as of August, Uncanny X-Men is number one. Ultimate Spider-Man is number two. X-Men is number three. Batman is number four. Venom's number five.
Can y'all
Ultimate's
hear
number
me?
six.
Yeah, we
I,
can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
just checking.
So it looked like the only one not selling is an exceptional X-Men even out at this point. And so that's the one that's not really selling. That's the Kitty
No
Pryde book.
idea. Oh, the one written
But
by
as of the late, at
Evie.
the end of August, they're are in the top five of sales.
Okay, good for them, I guess. Uh, uh, let's see, what other X Men books are out? Psylocke,
Oh, I'm low
Storm.
key kind of excited
Yeah,
for that.
Psylocke and those books are doing well.
Okay.
Wolverine's
Uh,
Revenge is doing pretty okay.
oh yeah, I think they're even coming out with another Wolverine book too, of all things.
Black Panther vs. Predator did okay.
hmm Oh, we're talking about the X Men book solely in this topic.
Oh yeah, I'm just
Uh,
looking at their trying to
mhm.
see the Phoenix book's
So
not doing that good.
yeah, well,
X
again,
Force isn't
it's
doing that good.
I think the downfall to X Force was the fact that it doesn't really have A-listers on it.
Yeah, so
Does
it
it?
looked like their main three books. I don't think so. I'll check in a second. It looked like their
Mm-hmm.
main three X Men books from the Axis doing well, but all the side books for specific characters are not doing well.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of them are bound to get untimely cancellations, which is why I guess Marvel's like retaliating by like saying, okay, we're going to be making all these other X-Men books. Who here is excited
Actually, but no,
for
X Force 2004, they got Deadpool, Psylocke, all of them are here.
which one?
X Force 2024, from the Ashes, a
Oh,
new beginning, has Deadpool,
well,
Psylocke,
no,
Surge,
well,
Rachel Summers.
Austin, Deadpool was there for one issue. Literally, I picked that up. He was there just for a one and done on that one cover.
Well, they still have
Yeah.
Psylocke,
Well,
Rachel
Psylocke.
Summers.
Yeah, I guess.
Those are the two biggest names. I'll say Psylocke's at least a big name X Men. Rachel Summers
Mm-hmm.
kind of B to her A, you want to like that. But I give you that.
Yeah,
It's not the full team of A-listers like usually X Force is.
yeah. I mean, the main character is Forge. I mean, Forge's cool and all, but he ain't moving numbers, you know. Just put it
Oh yeah,
that way.
I forgot. Oh yeah, that would make him a mega level mutant. That what that was. It was disappointing.
That's true. Hey, is anybody here excited to see Cable go wage a war against the techno-organic virus?
Again?
Yes.
Just get a mutant that can control it at this point, bro. You can't tell me not one was born with that ability. Also, is this separate from the book of him and Bishop teaming up and going through time doing stuff?
It's likely going to be a fallout from that, you know. So he, yeah,
Look,
that's what it is.
I like Cable, but after the years of Team Cable and other stuff, I'm tired of this dude, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So I probably won't pick up the book. I'll pick up the Bishop him book, just because for some reason they never did that before, and it's still so weird they haven't did that before.
Wow.
But I doubt I'm gonna read another Cable solo book about him fighting this virus for the for like the seventh time because he just can't get off his body. All these are mega level mutants. Not one of them know how to use a scalpel. That's all I'm saying.
Wow, it's almost like Cable and Ben Grimm should go grab a drink with each other, you know? Both having physical conditions that nobody seems to be able to solve despite being literally related to reality warpers, you know?
Huh? Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Thing asked the kid not to do that.
Oh,
Okay, you're in which?
Because
Which?
they didn't know how well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably recommend we finish this up as soon as possible before I get booted off again.
Yeah.
To be fair, we're pretty much done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you say that, and then we go on for another 20 minutes.
No, I mean that's the last topic, and then let us talk about. So if you want me to rant about the thing, I can do that.
again?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's see. On before we end. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, audience, that was it. We got through all topics.
Yes.
Hope you all enjoyed, and stay tuned for tomorrow at the same time when we talk about the comics of the week.
Yes, we'll be making some.
Yes, no. Once this episode ends, me and Crip are gonna watch this clip on YouTube, and we're gonna talk about this. We're not. I'm not letting it go.
Me, I'm going to bed because it is my time.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, guys.
You know what? Yeah, we we'll talk about this Sunday. We'll watch it before movie night. We'll talk about it Sunday.
Yeah, we'll do. Get ready to hear me say I'm right. So, all right.
If you are, I'll apologize. I won't even be mad.
At the end of the day, audience, just remember, John Walker's a good character. Okay, he's just we just
he's a good man with a good heart. But sometimes it's hard for a good man to be Captain America. All right,
that's true. Yeah, we just like to rip on him just because it's funny. But like
whatever.
Actually, I'll say you're right now. You're right. You know why? Because I remember we were laughing because he threw the shield at his first move and she kicked it away and it went to the wall. That's why we were laughing. He did all that and then immediately got booted. It wasn't because he got dented. You're right. You weren't right.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah. There you go. I'm right.
Austin,
Jake reminded me with his words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just.
No.
Yeah, we're done.
It's over. All right. Well, see y'all later, audience. Bye.